Hello everyone! Welcome back to Downstage Dungeons. It's been a minute! It's been a little bit of time since last we met up with Maximus Ultor, traversing through Ernaxia. How you guys doing?
Great.
Welcome back.
I'm excited to be here, Josh.
This is like our
Happy to be here.
unofficial season 2, really. We previously finished up our last first arc of our campaign, which is all up on YouTube. You can go catch up on the story, episodes 1 through 8, finished with the War Beneath. You can also check out episode 3 highlights, which are live now. It's good to be back. Hope Twitch chat is feeling good. I see some guidance buttons in the chat. We might have forgotten our guidance buttons today.
We didn't forget it. There's a situation where I don't have my things. But that's okay.
Because we're going to make do!
Yes, I will say it aloud.
Yeah!
Yeah!
So we're all very excited to be back with you guys. Now, at the end of our adventure last time, Maximus Ultor reached level 8. Very excited. So we're going to go around real quick to catch up on things. See a beautiful place in the square. There's our beautiful place in the square. So we're all going to roll for health. So when you guys roll for health, they've already leveled up their characters in all the other ways except for rolling for health, which we're all going to do together. So when you roll for health, just say what class you are going to take a level in, whether that is your current established class or you're going to multi-class, and then roll whatever the hit die is for that class. For example, if you are multi-class and you're a fighter, you'll say I'm going to take a level of fighter and roll a d6. Re-roll 1, because getting 1s on health is boring. So you can get it to 2, and then you'll add your Constitution modifier, and that will add to your health. Okay. So we'll start over here. Why don't we talk with Samira? What's going on, Samira?
Samira is
Like drum roll.
a level in a ranger. A level in ranger. Yeah, and my hit that's D10.
Alright.
Really? I didn't know that.
It is. That's a 7.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Still not in the 50s.
Neither am I.
That's okay, that's okay. All the character cards, by the way, below, you will see the Joan one, but all the character cards are still at level 7. They'll be at level 8 next week, because no spoilers, and we haven't rolled for health yet. So it'll be a little tricky and a little complicated. Alright, Aaron. Kibito.
Kevin's taking another level in the class of fighter.
Level 8 fighter.
Yep. And that's a D10.
I'm very sad your health is no longer going to be 69.
I know, I'm really bummed about it. So what's the status on rolling ones?
You reroll once.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Because they're stupid.
2.
Ooh.
Perfect. Sweet.
Prime number.
Okay, what does that bring your max health to?
That is 71.
71, and what's your max health now? It's 2 plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh,
I add 4.
so then
Oh,
6 total,
Plus 4 con, dang.
which now takes me to 75.
Oh, it's a darn belt of dwarven kind, huh?
Yep.
Yep. Harufante, level up.
I love that
am
belt.
just taking another barbarian level.
So hot for you.
Right on.
Hiya! That was sad. Oh, Babu Freak, that's a 2.
Oh, 2 in a row.
Nice. 2-2.
So my new, oh dang it,
It's like,
my new HP is 71.
hey!
Close.
Y'all match. Oh no, you were 71, but then you got
75.
Yeah.
Alright,
5's a good number.
Emmerich is just leveling up as a druid. Nothing fancy.
We're all so boring. I love it, guys.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Up 1.
really hard
Reroll
to roll
one.
my class with crappy stats.
2.
Oh my god!
Yes!
3 2s in a
This
This is
freaking
a
row.
great omen for today's session.
So we are at
Plus the con.
48.
I forgot my.
Don't forget the con.
I did, yes.
I almost
Yeah, but I
multi-classed
rolled
like
fine.
4 different times.
Oh, jeez. Made a mess.
This one's beveled,
Oh, good
One
heavens.
you left with you.
so I need a straight line.
Yeah, there you go.
Smile.
There you go.
I almost multi-classed like 4 different
Alright,
times.
you can go ahead and level up Calliope and Joan. Let's level up Calliope first.
Okay, Calliope is leveling up as a bard. She currently has
42.
42 health. It's a D8, correct?
Yep.
Is that right for a bard?
Yes. I looked it up.
No. I don't. Well,
What's your
Bard is D8.
I think so.
Pretty sure.
I don't know anymore. Oh,
I looked it up
yes,
today.
it's a D8. She has 7. Yeah, D8 is her hit die.
great.
Okay. Hold on, that wrong. Okay. So Calliope
Paused.
right now has 42. I rolled a 1.
Reroll.
Oh no. Got a 3.
Hey.
Okay.
So, and that
Oh.
plus our Constitution modifier. Okay. So
What dice
that's,
did you roll?
4. So 46. 46 health.
Okay. Now you can level up Joan.
Okay. Joan is getting a level in Paladin.
Oh!
And
Oh,
Okay.
she's a holy sneaky girl.
she
You
has
guys met like 3 demigods.
she has 38 hit points right now, which is why she dies so much. Oh no.
Guess it gets lay on hands.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, reroll. Jeez, guys.
Wow.
We're getting them out now.
It's like our history checks.
For real.
Can you imagine if
4.
everyone just
So
got
she's at
Oh my
42 now.
gosh.
Okay. 42. Yeah,
That's
Joan also has some items affecting her scores, but those are her base level 7 scores. All right. Everyone is leveled up. Very, very interesting. Don't worry, guys. Reagan will only be playing one character by the end of the session. And we'll see what character that ends up being. Or who knows, maybe
That's
0.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they'll both leave. We don't know.
Thanks for mentioning that, Josh.
Oh, speaking of, do you remember 4 weeks ago when you came back, you were given something to do that has not been done yet? Do you want me to text you?
Yeah, I think I know, but just to be sure,
Yeah,
please.
I remind you. Hey, Amber,
Yeah.
plug our social medias.
We are on Instagram and TikTok. Our TikTok is awesome. We've got some great content on there, so please go follow, like, send in your friends and family, and peer pressure them into watching our TikToks and our stream. That's all at Downstage Dungeons on both Instagram and TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're on everything.
Well, on YouTube we are Wex.
Wex
Yeah,
underscore
Wex on
AZ.
YouTube.
No, what? Just Wex.
Just Wex on YouTube.
YouTube.com/c/Wex.
Wex on YouTube.
Hold
So
them down and make them
you
watch.
can catch up on all of season 1
With
on
consent.
YouTube, and there's some highlight reels as well. That's it. That's them.
Make them
Jonah.
do it.
With consent.
So much social media, which will be having more content posted this week.
Yeah, we took 2 weeks off, but we're back now. We are raring to go. So let's go ahead and dive into the second streamed arc. This is actually our like 4.5 arc,
Yeah.
4.5.
Maximus
total
Ultor country.
in the
Let's ride.
adventures of Maximus Ultor.
That's
in the
right.
year 1479 AC, on May 31st, Maximus Ultor delved underneath the Cathedral of Sistra to save Joan and do battle with the mighty demigod Morgrid, casting the purple worm down into the shadow, only to be taken out by light, only to be ambushed by the Paragon Assembly, who had taken control over the town. Kevin almost met his end by the hand of Lucidar, the same person that is responsible for the destruction of his home and his family. But they were saved by Orion, some of the townsfolk, and Furion Stormgrove, an old friend of Maximus Ultor. 40 minutes running away from the city after escaping, you came to a clearing where you have met with Orion. And that is where we have left off. You have not yet gained the benefits of a long rest. You have Imogen, and now you know Viola Lycanska is with you. There's a lot of Lycanskies. Joan still adorned in her musty. You good?
What?
We both slowly looked at Aaron.
Wonder what that was.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Really?
You
Yeah.
don't know
There
that
was
you
a laser
laser
that went
pointed
down
Leslie's
face, and we looked over.
Did
and she
I?
was holding one, yeah.
Oh,
Like right between
Oh,
her
really?
eyes.
That was.
Be careful.
I wasn't. I was
we didn't answer a question.
completely unaware that
Oh,
I was
yeah,
even
card-
I
putting
didn't
the
know
button down.
either.
So,
Cardic
obviously.
inspiration?
Chronic Inspiration, we ask a little question to dive a little bit into
is
our
here.
characters. You can answer for one character.
Zach is here.
Let's get, you gotta get started because you have a decision to make. I have no idea what you're gonna do.
Forward to the chat just to
So,
buff our numbers.
Yeah, that's what I do.
for the question today,
Forward.
I would like to know what your spirit animal is. This is a basic question. I don't think I've done it before. I'd like to know what your character's spirit animal is. If your character was an animal, what would it be?
Kevin's
along
like
the
halfway
same-
there.
What?
Kevin's kind of halfway there.
You're not allowed to pick dragon. You're not allowed to pick elephant. Don't pick butterfly.
I can't pick
We
giant.
just had a
goat.
whole arc about this. Pick something
A
else.
giant goose.
Giant goose.
I was about to say, like, goat and butterfly. Next.
Goat. A goaterfly.
A goaterfly.
Let's start with Samira.
Oh,
I was
jeez.
actually thinking like a baby fox.
Aw.
Yeah. That I don't know if there's any black foxes in the world, but I'd like to
I'm sure
imagine
there
like a
is.
black fox. Because you know,
In Ernaxia Black Fox.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
canon.
because I could imagine that she could get like real territorial and real protective, but like seem super cute.
All right, Aaron.
Probably Kevin would probably be a gorilla, gentle giant.
Super nice gorilla. You're like the mom gorilla from Tarzan.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't mess with the mom gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
She'll shoot lightning in your face.
That's right. That's right. That's what they say.
Ruvante.
I think Haru, just simply for the irony, would be a mouse. I think that's I think that's what he wants to be.
He's an ironic fella.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he enjoys the finer things in life, shabby bobby, and I think so do mice. So, yeah.
Right on.
Let's give him a
Leslie.
card.
Emmy would be other than I'm trying not to do a giant eagle.
I didn't say you couldn't.
She. Oh, okay. Well, no, she would be a raven because she really likes flying. Canonically hates walking. Just being able to fly around is kind of her. You know, she really enjoys doing that. It's a good time. And they are very, very intelligent animals naturally. So she likes being smart.
Right on. All right, Reagan. What are you thinking? She's so dreading this session. Having to pick between one of her babies.
Well, I was gonna make Joan a fox, but I feel like
Can be
I
fine.
can't do the same one that Samira
You still
did.
have to
She'd
answer
be a
Joan
red
now.
fox.
You're trying to sneakily answer for both characters.
No, I won't. I'm red.
Reagan's had a hard day thinking about giving up one of these characters so that she only plays
I've
one
been in bed
character
all
in the
day.
campaign.
I'd make Joan a raccoon
Ooh,
because
Oh, I
she's
actually love that.
that's a
she's
good
a
one.
And
stealer
yeah.
and
She's a
she
little trash
steals
panda.
she steals shiny things.
She's got the gilded banded mask on her
That's
face.
great.
always.
No,
that's a
true.
great
That's
answer.
great.
That's a great answer.
That
10
is
out
a
of 10.
really,
That one.
really great answer.
Yeah.
You're gonna start off with two product inspirations.
Wow.
Don't try to freaking plus 23 persuasion check bullcrap and play
Disgusting.
2 characters for the rest of the
One
campaign.
card for each person.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you use 2 cards on one roll?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Done been done.
Done been done did.
Right. With that being said, let's dive back into the world of Ernaxia once again. On the outskirts of Enron and Kingdom Realm. So, after following Orion through the forest, after a hard day sprinting, your legs getting heavy, the shadow of the day covering through the trees, get difficult to see. You come to a small clearing where 2 moons of Ernaxia just get easy enough to see through this area. There's a few fireflies kind of going around here, of crickets around you. And as you follow through the thicket into this opening, it's quiet. The group having so much to catch up on, so much to say. So much has happened today. I don't really know when to start. Ryan, his hood over, see his white beard. Just kind of start setting up camp. You do see over in the far end of the clearing, there are multiple horses, actually. 4 of them. One of them, a dark, and these are all very huge, huge horses, very bulky. No.
Definitely not.
Most definite. Those are
They're
probably.
definitely not the horses you guys rented.
They're
Are they
most
Haru
likely
size?
dead.
We're gonna rent anything again.
You see, one of them is like this musty gray spotted horse, white, gray, and black fur. The next is this dark, midnight black horse with long hair. A deep, dark brown horse, bigger than all the other horses, standing tall and proud. They're all kind of tied to some of the tree branches, just kind of chilling, very patient animals. The last one, this kind of tan and brown caramel splash pattern, kind of inconsistent, beautiful beasts. They're all saddled up. There are indications here that this was a camp before, presumably Orion and maybe a few traveling companions. It's kind of hard to say. There's also perched next to the horses a raven. It's a little vest on it. On the back of it, there's like a scroll, place where a scroll could be some sort of messenger raven companion. Just a couple of animals chilling out as Orion silently begins to set up the camp. What do you guys do?
Is it safe? Do I feel safe in this camp?
You don't feel any imminent danger, but it's been a long day.
I think, Yasimir's just gonna find a nice flat piece of dirt, lie down.
The rest of you would like to do. Imogen just kind of looking her arm as to Viola, stroking it a little bit. Viola just kind of looking down to the side a little bit, eyes kind of glazed over.
Remind me, is everyone doing okay?
Nope.
No. Well, I mean,
Kevin just died
but like,
and almost
no
died
one's-
again.
No one's slowly bleeding out or
Mm-mm.
poisoned or because we've since kind of healed
The
everyone.
resurrection
I have
spell
two-
that was.
To an extent, yeah. But
You guys are
yeah.
definitely heavily wounded.
Heavily wounded, but not,
Taking
you
a
know,
long
no one's
rest.
no one's unconscious or, you know, anything.
I mean, the
Fiola's in a catatonic state.
the resurrection spell that was used on Kevin only sort of worked.
It worked.
It worked well enough.
You still have -4 on all your ability checks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to walk over
Forever?
to Orion.
Mhm.
And
At this time, he's started a fire and he's kind of like poking it with a stick, trying to make it aglow.
is there something I can do to finish making camp?
Is there food?
Kind of slowly stands up. It is I who should be asking if there's anything I can do for you. Are you all right?
I'm
That's
right.
a loaded question.
She's right. I think it'd be best if we rest as soon as possible.
I do apologize that you have all been roped into this mission. Thank you. Who is it?
It's just me.
You're
right.
Okay.
Hello, it's me.
Does Joan?
For the purposes of things, I'm going to assume that you are playing Joan unless you tell me you're playing Clyde.
Okay, I mean they have, yeah.
I know, that's just the character you've played the most in the campaign, so I'm going to assume Joan unless you say this is Clyde.
Okay. So does Joan have all her stuff back? Like,
Pretty much. I mean,
she have her bag of holding and all her
Mhm.
stuff?
you don't have a very special dagger.
Imogen has your repeat.
Emmer's had that. And
Or-
you look around and this is not
That freaking kid, man.
it was wandering off.
I
Can I-
didn't-
Can
you
I-
guys all looked over to Logan's empty chair.
Can I reach out telepathically with the connection that he's made and see if I can connect with him?
What do you say?
Where did you go, mate?
You hear oh, this can't be real.
totally something you would say though. Holy crap.
How big is the camp, approximately? Radius.
However you want.
Something
It's a fairly large forest clearing. I'd say like. I mean, there's still intermittent trees, but it's probably like 60, 70 feet
Okay.
around. Pretty large.
Okay. So, do we want to take a rest?
I'm already asleep.
Maybe a long rest?
You were laying down.
Yeah.
I'd say you were asleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm now asleep.
I want you all to know that you've earned my trust. And I'm sorry for what you've had to go through to get this far. I'm glad you found your friend. I can get very focused on the mission. I feel as though I owe you an explanation, and I feel you've earned that. He grabs his head and pulls it back. You see, now for the first time, full figure of Orion. He has kind of short on the side and then kind of swooped up. Very silver fox kind of look of this
That's the
white
vibe I was
grayish
getting.
hair. Very bushy eyebrows, bushy mustache that goes into a fine beard. It's very kind of strong jawline. Very built with his bow along his back.
Human?
Human, yes.
Yeah.
Now that we are in a secure location, I will tell you.
We already asked if we saw it.
I think it's pretty safe to assume. I'm getting like bearded George Clooney vibes.
Steve Carell,
When we
though.
are not in a secure place, I ask that you continue to refer to me as Orion. But some of you may know me as Laredor Forgery.
Orion, aka Laredor Forgreen.
So when I thought Orion came to the house, I thought it was going to be Laredor Forgery. And you were just like, oh, that's interesting, Ember.
I don't know how to approach this.
He has the scroll.
This is
from
huge.
The water temple.
Uh-huh.
There has been whispers of this guy for a while.
I know.
So
Dang,
have-
geez Louise.
Oh, this is the guy that took the water
This
Yes.
scroll
scroll?
guy.
This
The
is the
scroll
guy
of
who's
true
been here
polymorph?
The whole time.
He's
He's
he
written
told the
notes
original
out.
two members of Maximus Ultor. He was the first person to warn them about the Paragon Assembly with a note. Simon Pecular told them about Laredor.
And
He's-
Joan didn't know
This
your
is
name.
the guy.
He
Y'all
has
have been
the-
looking for this guy
this-
for like 3 months.
Kevin's
Wow.
gonna like.
I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Like at least 2 or 3. A couple.
Of course we have questions. You've been Laredor forging this whole time. This whole
You
time.
can just call me Laredor if you'd like.
Yeah, it feels more.
I think you have a scroll that belongs to us.
It doesn't
It
necessarily
I'm sorry?
belong to us, no?
Keepers.
I mean, you're right.
I think John should take the lead on this
I'm
one.
not sure I understand.
I think
We went through the
I
temple.
might say something I regret.
We went to go find the scroll of true polymorph for a friend of ours.
Oh, yes.
It wasn't where
He
it was
reaches
supposed to be
down
located.
into his satchel and pulls out a scroll.
You just pass it.
Oh, Dad.
That's the scroll I was
I'm
referring
sorry,
to.
looking for this.
we have,
A friend of ours had been changed into a goblin, and we have to turn him back. We promise.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. He kind of chuckles a little bit.
My bad.
I hope you understand why I took the scroll in the first place. The fall of Tolarian was terrible news for all of us.
A bit of a fan of scrolls, aren't you?
I swore.
You like to read?
Why didn't you ever collect the scroll that I got from the prince? Why I've had it this whole time.
You left.
I mean, with you being
Do you still
Laredor,
have it?
perhaps.
Good.
Joan doesn't know whether to be angry or not.
Reagan doesn't know whether to be angry or excited.
Well, I would say you've earned this, but be warned. If it is not cast by an incredibly powerful sorcerer, its effect will not work.
We have it.
I'm a druid.
We had
You may take a look at it
It's
if
like
you'd like.
real powerful
Okay,
spells.
so Emmy
It takes
grabs
you.
it.
You have no idea what anything on this scroll means. It's just a bunch of markings you don't recognize.
Can
Can I-
Kev take a look?
Sure.
Emmy
I don't
like
know
rolls
if any
it,
of us would classify as incredibly
Probably not.
powerful.
rolls it up and goes,
sorcerers.
Probably
Nope.
Imogen.
Giving it to Kevin.
Why don't we
Yeah.
give it to
You
Imogen?
recognize certain runes,
not. Yeah.
but not enough to make out what it would be.
Can we hand it to Imogen, the person who studies magic?
Good. Quite there.
Kevin
it.
also
This
studies
momentous
magic. Just not as much.
Do you show it to Imogen, Kevin?
Yeah.
As you go over to Imogen, you're kind of zoned out, kind of just studying her sister. What? Sorry.
Obviously there's a lot on your plate right now, but there's a
Understatement.
there's a scroll that's given to us that we've been looking for. Where you're probably the most qualified of all of us to understand what it means. Obviously, you know.
I'm about a novice, but I can take a look. She studies it. See her eyes get wide. This is the most powerful magic I've ever seen.
It's freaking crazy.
I'm not even sure if I could certainly try to cast this spell, but it could very probably fail, and if it does, the magic would leave the scroll forever.
Why don't we look for
Daddy.
Sarin?
My father could definitely. Did you say that in character? my father could definitely, or even the current sorceress named Sharon.
we could find
Well,
him.
Sharon is in Devonport, and that's where Camion
He's
is.
not dead.
He's not.
You saw him.
He left. He wasn't
He
having
portaled
might be
away.
back.
That's where you saw him for the
He
first
travels around the world.
We'll be back eventually.
time.
Set up shop.
Sharon stays in his castle in the Ashstones peaks to the north. It's very treacherous and well guarded.
Which direction is Sentinel? Is it to the north?
No.
Is it on the way?
No.
West.
Yeah.
Super
Sentinel is
west.
here. The mountains are here. Devonport is here.
Nothing ever on the way
Speaking
to
of,
Sentinel.
I do understand your want to save your friend, although I am concerned. Girion told me of the plot that you uncovered for Sentinel, and we haven't heard from them. Thousands of lives could be lost.
Yikes. I mean, I think this might have to be our next stop.
I would agree. It should be your next priority. As for myself, I will be traveling to Vordaeron to speak with King Heron about what happened in Emerald, and how the Paragon Assembly has control of the city. They are mighty, but they are no match for King Heron's armies.
Calliope kind of pokes her head in and wiggles her way into the circle. Excuse me?
Yes.
Who's King Heron? I'm trying to learn lots of things because I was kept in a little...
Make a history check if you'd like.
Are you sure she'd know this? Should I do
Yes.
this with disadvantage?
No, I'm positive that you could know this.
History, like 13.
13.
14.
King Heron Itorhu is the current king of Elwon.
Yes, I know who that is. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Of Elwyn?
Elwon. The entire country and human kingdom, he is the king. He resides in Vordaeron.
Is he cool? Like, he's a chill king. We like him.
Are you asking someone, or
I'm
just on
asking the
what you would
DM.
know?
Like, is
You wouldn't know.
he? Oh, okay.
Is King Heron
known
nice,
for being
or is he
cool,
not
like-
nice?
He's a complicated man, but he is just. I have only spoken to him once or twice. His son, Callum, is one of the Knights of Berador. He is a good friend and trusted ally. Though I'm not sure where he is right now.
I see. So, I have a question. How do I become a part of this Knights of Berador thing? Because I think that it sounds quite fun to help save the world, and I don't have much else going on my plate.
Calliope, I think you know this already, but did I tell you where Calyx was?
I presumed he was back in Davenport where you said he was going to be. Correct?
Yeah, more or less. Wilbur, the
Yes, Wilbur.
the lion guy, we kind of got into a thing, and I mean, we're friends now. We're good. That guy Leaf, Willie. I mean, they're good guys. I gave them Calyx. I hope you're okay with it.
So you gave them Calyx?
This is the first time you've heard of Wilbur being okay, by
Okay.
the way.
So Willie and Leaf.
Wilbur got out of the wood. Wilbur's alive.
Willie ambushed me. I mean, he put a thing to my neck.
Yes, he
Do you
does
know what
that.
they're talking about?
Not a freaking
So-
clue.
You kind of just roll with it.
So where are my two best friends now?
So Calyx, Willie, Calyx, and Leaf, they're back in Davenport. So I don't know if you were. I assume you wanted to know that information.
Thank you.
But
It's a lot to process. I'm going to go to bed. Good night, everybody. Calliope goes and goes to bed.
Did you want to? It's fine. At this time, you guys hear in the woods. Out of a tree, a dark figure drops in. And you see the feathered cloak as he stands, Gurion Stormcrow. Glad to see you all made it.
Quick, go up on one arm, be like, it's cool that you're not dead.
You as well.
did you see our friend Nimrus on your way here? I just met him like.
Nimhu?
Yeah, same here. I don't know. Maybe that's not his name. Nimble, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
Gurian's never met
I don't
him.
know.
I was a little busy kicking the crap out of Lucidar.
I mean,
He says proudly.
does Girion look like messed up at all?
He looks a little banged up. He has like a couple of bruises, some cuts on like his, like you can see cuts through his armor and some singes. Like, wasn't that close of a bout, but called it a draw. He kind of like gives a really smug smile, and then Larador walks up to him and punches him in the face.
Oh.
I really like a rat.
Okay.
I mean, they're. Wait, what do we call them around Gurian? Can do that in character.
Garion just kind of takes the blow and like pauses for a second. His black hair has kind of grown a little bit and kind of hangs down. You told me you left it at Thief Haven. And Garion just kind of looks up. Do you really think it's anywhere safer than with me? I think you've had that for long enough, Garion. He holds his hand out to him. You are not yourself. And as you look at Gurion, and he has like his hand a little bit on his rapier, and you see this flash of pink in his eyes that you've never seen before.
Right.
Can Joan just super subtly grab her her dagger of Azanite and her just ready in her bag? Just
Just got you to put that down. Don't pick it back up. Don't. No. Bad Joan.
no one knows. It's supposed to be subtly.
Gurion kind of gets his composure. I said I can handle it. The last time you had a keystone, Larador kind of looks a little sheepish.
Can I hold it? I have one already. I'm really good at holding keystones. I've been pretty chill for a long time.
I think it would be a poor idea to give one person 2 keystones.
Yeah, it's
to
probably
hold.
a really
that's
bad idea.
actually a good
That's
But if
yeah.
not me, Gurion. Give it to one of them.
I,
Nose
I
goes.
can
Had
do
it
it.
for
Oh,
far
no, that's
too
good.
long.
Trunk goes.
I'm the most stable.
If anything, it would help Kevin. He has 0 confidence.
Aww.
Gurion reaches into his satchel and pulls out a pulsating keystone. One that says on the side in read, it says pride.
In what language? Oh, yeah.
As the line down to the 2 dots on the side, he just kind of clutches it in his hand for a second. It's in the open if someone wants to take it.
Can I reach my trunk and then like throw it to Kevin?
Okay. It's easy enough. He's struggling, but you can grab it. But as you go to give it to Kevin, it's like, could probably handle this.
Oh,
Make a charisma saving throw.
I knew you shouldn't have touched it.
Classic.
dang it.
Classic
It's
Keystone.
like the Asmonite.
Oh, cool.
That is charisma. 15.
15. Probably handle it.
Dang it. Dang it.
You just see her reach over and grab it. Thank you.
That seems like that's
Thank
gonna be a
you.
problem
You
later.
have the envy one, right?
That's definitely
You don't feel
gonna be
any
a
like
problem.
Okay.
mind-bending
I take it
effects
out of my
other than
inventory.
you thought you were gonna give it to Kevin, but you're like, I'm the strongest member of Maximus Ultor.
Except
could
he's
probably
not.
hold
Yet to be proven after a certain battle.
Except.
Was that in character?
No, because I didn't hear what he
Okay,
said.
that's true.
But
You
that
bet.
is how Samira feels.
Yeah. Yeah. Haru was ashamed.
Do we know where the other keystones are?
There are whispers. Some of our Thief Haven spies have gotten some intel. We know there's definitely one in the Sethic Valley.
Vivian has one.
Vivian has one as well. It's true.
That bitch.
You, as the name Vivian, you do see Girion, who's kind of come back to his more composed nature after not having the keystone anymore. You do see a lot of sadness in his eyes at the mention of the name Vivian. Did you say that in character? What a
I don't think so.
That's something.
Have you heard from Vashi at all?
No, but I assume that on the Platinum Dragon, she's away and she's safe. Could use her help, honestly. Our list of allies grows shorter and shorter each day.
Really, I feel like mine gets longer.
What?
Well, remind me which stone Vivian has.
Wrath.
Ooh.
What a great one to give
What
to her.
a...
Oh, I thought it was lust. I don't know why.
We
haven't
keep saying
encountered
that.
the
She's hot and wears
Lust
leather.
That's right. Haru was heavily
What do you
attracted to
plan
her.
on-
And I ask you, Zariah now, did Simon explain the keystones to you back in Craneshire?
He didn't.
No, not really.
He didn't explain very much.
So far, we kind of get that there's a couple of them, and then if you touch them, they influence you to a certain degree, and then you have to like switch hands. That's more general.
We didn't have much time with Simon.
I haven't felt
Before
anything,
you
to be
left.
honest.
You see, like, the first, like, probably human emotion on Larador. You say that? Aye.
We took care of it.
Thank you. What you did for my cousin.
Of course.
Which keystone did Mortab?
They
The envy one.
Envy.
They were
Oh,
you
so
have-
that's the one we got.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought power. Is there a power one?
Mm-mm.
There's Wrath.
That looks so nice.
Here, write
Well.
this down.
What?
The secret of the keystones will pass through our family through generations, and through the families of the Knights of Barador. This is information I will now share with you if you are up to hearing it.
Yes.
After I tell you this, there is no shame. You won't turn your back on the mission. Girion's thieves will help you go into hiding. You can disappear. Forget what you've learned.
The likely of that is like real low.
We've seen some pretty crazy
500
things.
years ago, during the first Tiefling War, there was a meteor shower. Demons fell from the sky.
Demons?
Yes,
You talking about her?
That weren't tieflings? Like tieflings outside of demons?
yes.
So not her.
This was a few hundred years after Tieflings started to become common. In Ernaxia, at least. That's what the legends tell us. And with these demons, they brought 7 mighty keystones,
Oh boy.
each one focused on the god Mo's central powers. The demons used the keystones to raise the lands of Barador, multiply, create armies using their dark powers. They even used the inhabitants here, humans, and now it's transforming them into demons, tieflings, or other creatures. demons azonite rained from the sky. They came, they created armies to crush us. It has always been the intention of the demons to create larger and larger armies. I suspect that's what Mord's purpose was, and why he was given a keystone. To create an army with it, and his mad genius for Lucidar.
That explains all the undead bodies that attacked us.
Okay.
That's rough, buddy.
Wasn't greatest. Wasn't my top 10 encounter.
In the legends, we uncovered the Keystone's true purpose. To summon a great evil into the land of Ernaxia. Though, in text, all we could decipher is the Son of Loeb, or otherwise known as the Harbinger of the Damned. We do not know the true name. Zidane, the general of the demons, led the army against the united coalition of Berador. If they were successful in bringing this creature into Ernaxia, the world would have become uninhabitable by mortals, and the whole planet would have fallen into a demon world. If you ask, Keystones will show you. He reaches out your hand to yours. May I see it? Make a charisma save.
It's gonna be the first one I fail. Talked all day. Yeah, that's an 11.
It's all right. I understand. Can you bring the other?
I reach on my trunk with it. Can I try to toss it?
You gonna try to give it to him?
Yeah.
Make a charisma saving throw.
6.
6. It's all right. Just bring them together.
Okay, I'll walk towards Samir.
I'll look at him real suspicious like.
You see Larador put his hand up, and you see this gray swirling mist, and his eyes glaze over. The same silvery color. Show us when you came to come here. And you see pink keystones start to glow, almost like glass-like from the stone they were before. And you see images of people. First you see this dark gray tiefling. He's unlike any other tiefling you've seen before. His horns, wild and red, stretch all the way high up, like a ram, extremely tall. And through his chest, sticking out back and the front, a large green shard, which sent cracks of green energy throughout his entire body. Zidane and his demonic generals are starting a ritual. The image fades, and you see this large antechamber, and you see different pillars around the room. You see these horrible demonic creatures, green and red and orange, holding the keystones each. They began their ritual to summon it into the world. There's this large pentagram on the ground, like 100 feet wide, that turns into black fire. This slowly begins to rise, and a visage comes out of it. But then you see different pictures. You see the original knights of Berador. Berador explains. The mightiest of the original knights of Berador were sent to intercept the ritual. You see this elven figure come out. Kind of reminds you of the High Elves of Demetrius. Long ears, similar ritualistic armor to the ones you saw in the visions in the mirror. Grand Admiral Fandrahan Demetrius. You see him battle with one of the demons with his long bow, and he eventually takes out 2 swords and starts cutting into it. Jobin the Storm, the Sorcerer Supreme, and you see this bald human with tattoos on his forehead coming down to his cheeks of different designs and dotted, and he starts casting lightning bolts at different demons and starts fighting. He specifically floats over and starts fighting with Zidane, who unleashes this dark green, menacing power throughout. King Arthony Torhu, you see the crest of Elhan at this time, the golden horse scene, but strangely, instead of the 5 stars you're used to, there's only 3. Signifying this was long ago, before there were 5 major cities. You then see Hein Mekatinger, Gojin Makador, and you see this gnome in this large robotic suit fighting with a demon, clasping hands as you hear the whirring of the machinery, and he takes out like a mechanism, hits the demon in the head with it, and there's an explosion. You hear it's mad laughter.
I love that.
You see this long gray hair female turtle.
Ooh.
Staff. And as she spins it, light comes out here. As her magic, the prophet Guega.
My favorite. That's the best one.
You see this hardy dwarf, this bronze orange beard, hammer and shield. As he jumps onto a demon, and the torn shatters as the battle goes all around the room. The last one, you see this thin, spotted tabaxi woman in gold and white, fighting with a scimitar and whip, and the whip she glows in magic. She does battle with it. Most of you have never seen a tabaxi before, except for
Bear.
probably the only one you've seen.
Is that like the
Catfolk.
Oh,
Zoe was
okay.
a tabaxi, wasn't she?
No, she was
That's cool.
Here's Zoe.
The image fades again. You only see these people in flashes. You see Jobin the Storm dueling Zidam. Zidam's power was great, but every blow that he was struck would immediately regenerate dark demonic power. His immortality was great. Eventually, he casted a mighty spell and shot Zidam back, and he was able to retrieve the keystone. One by one, you see the original visages of the Knights of Barador holding the keystone. As they hold them skyward, you hear this dark, evil scream and laughter echo throughout the chamber. Both glee and horror at what was happening as the dark fire that was growing gets the whole antechamber begins to shake as Zidam begins to scream, "No!" Then he brings up his hand and these azonite claws come from it, and he strikes Jobin the Storm from the back, and he looks down at the visage that is disappearing. And the last thing you see is this large black hand, tens and tens of feet tall, erupts from the flames, completely immersed in shadow, and there's chains around it. As it grabs Zidam and pulls him into the portal. And a silence. As the original Knights of Barador tended to their wounds, they each took their keystones and went separate ways, either hiding them or keeping them safe. King Arthur, one of the Knights of Barador, the current king of Elrond at the time, constructed a mighty fortress on top of the antechamber, as you now know as the city of Wintercrest. The fortress became a bastion for all humanity. It's one of the most secure places in the land.
That was Wintercrest?
Yeah. The image fades. And stones return to their rock cells. There's great power in these keystones. They are somewhat alive. Be careful if you ever choose to use their power. There is always a price.
So, is the man who is trying to reunite these,
Lucidar.
Is Lucidar one of these generals? Warriors?
We don't know where Lucidar came from. Although, kind of nods at Girion. Girion is just kind of folding his arms up to a tree. Girion is actually much younger than Larador, by the way. Just to give you a picture, he's probably about 20 years younger than him. We have a history. He took his sword in his hand. Kind of pats his rapier on his side.
You know why he's an elf? Why he's a tiefling masquerading as an elf?
Pride, deception. Who knows?
Is the Azanite the only thing that can affect him?
From my experience, yes. When we dueled when we were young, my blade did nothing to him until I was able to disarm him and strike him with his own. There is a cost, as he kind of leans on the sword. But it's also our greatest weapon against them.
What is the cost?
Your mind. Sometimes your friends, family. But it's my burden. It doesn't have to be yours. Sees the dagger you've clutched in your hand.
I don't think that Maximus Ultor should be without defense of Lucidar.
We've got like 60 shards in that bag.
No, we gave them.
What?
We gave them back to Girion.
Oh, yeah. We
No,
have a lot.
you just got a bunch of shards from the underneath the cathedral.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, and we have the broken scythe as well in the bag of holding.
No, we gave him the scythe.
The side shards, yeah.
We gave him the
Yeah.
scythe.
Okay, so we
Mhm.
have like 30 shards. I'm sorry.
We did get some shards when we were down in Morgrim's Keep.
Larador kind of interjects. Use the Azanite wisely. I believe it is integral to the mission. But I advise you to exercise caution. All of you.
Is there a way to add Azanite to our current weapons?
Honestly, that is beyond my expertise.
Bet Kyrie would know.
Who's Kyrie?
No one of great importance, just very nice.
Who forged
Back
your
to-
sword?
Yes, Hungarian. Mine was not forged. This was Lucidar's sword I stole.
Oh, dang. Killing the man with his own weapon. That's respect.
Well, I didn't kill
We're
him.
all
Like
just
what?
super awkward to carry in.
He was too strong for me when I was a lad. He tried to intercept me and my sister when we were fleeing our home with the Gluttony Keystone.
How,
That's what I'm missing.
what do these keystones do on their own?
Larador kind of sighs. From what I've seen, anything. Terrible great power, if you know how to use it. Simon and I studied it for a long time. Jobin is one of our ancestors. That's how we're related. Knowledge was passed to his children, and Simon and I were saddled with the burden.
Larador, what is this scroll that you asked me to steal when I was one of the...
Do you have it? Girion comes off the tree at this point.
Well, of course, I've never let it... I've never...
Excellent. He offers his hand to take it from you. Hold on, Girion. You need to understand. My grandfather Jobin, he hid his keystone where only a sorcerer supreme would be able to go. I believe that is a map that will lead us to it. Sharon should be the only person who can read it. You're in. That should be your heading. Kind of nods.
Sharon is the only person who can read it?
Well, it was made so that only the current Sorcerer Supreme would have access to it.
Tell us about let into a new secret club.
Level 8. We seek to gather the keystones, not just continue to hide them. Simon's father, Ulysses, was obsessed with the legend, not protecting the stones, but finding a more permanent solution. Simon and his father believed, and I hope they were right, that if we could gather the keystones at Wintercrest again, we could seal the keystones within the realm that they access, and eliminate the threat from Ernaxia forever.
Why couldn't we just destroy them?
Have you tried?
No.
Can I throw mine on the ground? Like, chuck mine on the ground as hard as I can to try to break it?
Sure.
Hiya!
Seems to like not naturally like bounce or anything. It just.
Can I try hitting this with
Would you
my?
like to try to hit the keystone?
Well, what do you think? What do you think,
Never
Larador?
mind.
Bad idea.
What if I hammered that thing?
Many of my ancestors have tried to destroy the keystones through many means, including magma and magical weapons.
Of course.
I'm not
How
gonna
do we
hit
know
that
that
then.
once they're gathered, they won't release whatever you're trying not to release?
Yeah, honestly sounds like a good guys gathering the stuff for the bad guys to take at the last second kind of situation. Sorry.
Haru's just gonna pick up the
She has a
keystone off the
great
ground
attitude.
and put it back in his pocket.
That was a character though.
Another idea. I'll happily hear it.
I mean, that's fair.
When the knights used the keystones all those years ago, they stopped the ritual. They didn't continue. We have seen firsthand that they can be used for different purposes. It's a long shot. We have nothing else to take aim at.
Did Vera know? Oh, sorry.
Who is Vera?
So sorry. Did Vivian know about this plan in Wintercrest?
Yes.
So how do we know it's still safe?
It's probably not. As long as you are doing this, you will be hunted by the most dangerous creatures and people, and the most powerful dark forces that Parador has to offer.
She knows where you're going to take all of the keystones.
Yeah.
Why are we still taking it there? Why don't we continue hiding them? Or find a better place? Because if we take them there, then she's going to take them.
To be fair, hiding keystone seems to be followed by a lot of death and destruction.
It is an end to a means. We have to try.
Oh,
Not only for our forefathers, but our descendants as well. Simon loved his family.
So we have to lay a trap for the trap.
Sure. Wintercrest is also probably the safest place on Ernaxia.
Like a famous last words.
Well,
I don't like this.
I'm not known for being
wake
bright and cheery,
up.
Kevin.
this has all made me incredibly tired. So, before I turn in for the night, I have one favor to ask Larador, and I walk up to him with the tome from Naga. Can you tell me what this is or what this does? I did like a little puzzle inside. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I forgot about that.
Did you say I don't know what I'm doing here?
Yeah, like this is.
Is your keystone still on the ground?
No, I picked it up. I put it in my pocket. This
I
isn't.
don't
This
know
isn't.
what I'm doing here.
This isn't just a Sudoku. Which Sudoku? I don't know how to say that.
Suzuko?
It's not that, right? There's
Yeah, I
something a little bit more to this. I
Suzuko?
can't imagine the Naga doing
Suzuki?
anything like this.
Suzuki?
Suzuki, Sudoku.
Sudoku.
I never get the names
Suzuko?
right.
Huh?
Xerox, Willie. I just name everybody.
Interesting.
I'm sure.
He kind of goes through it. some of these rudimentary puzzles. But there's a strong magical aspect about this item. I suspect if you are studious in it for a few days, perhaps 48 hours total,
Okay.
you'll be able to increase your propensity for knowledge greatly. You'll increase your intelligence by 2 if you study it permanently.
Study it permanently?
Hey man,
If you
can I
study
borrow
it
that
for
book when you're
48
done?
hours within 6 days. He's trying not to say what it says in the player's handbook. If you study it, if you are studious in it for 48 hours and 6 days, you will increase your base intelligence stat by 2 permanent.
Hey man, can I borrow that book when you're done?
Only works once.
Dang it.
Oh, far.
Shoot.
That's
Kevin
cool.
really needs that right now.
That's cool.
It's called a Tome of Clear
It
Thought.
would help my spell save
Tome
DC
of
Like
Clear
Sudoku
immensely.
puzzles.
Spell save is
Yeah, I was trying those. There
The
was
daily
There's
wordle.
like a tic-tac-toe board,
You'd think
but
I
like
would
the
load
book
more
is like
stats
the
into
O's.
intelligence, but
I completed all the mazes in that book, but I haven't found any
Still.
other
Mine was
help with it.
simple.
But thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna turn in for the night.
Very well.
Thanks for your help. And Haru walks off to the nearest tree trunk.
I recommend you all get some rest. We can speak again in the morning. Tomorrow morning.
Joan goes
lay
and
back down.
she releases Kelsier from the necklace. She gives him some rations and she falls asleep on top of him.
While this is happening, too, Emmy goes kind of towards the center of where everyone is. I'm assuming we're all relatively near each other. And casts Hearth of Moonlight and Shadows. We are now protected a little bit.
Woo!
Woo.
So we don't need to keep watch?
might be
We're still gonna keep watching.
famous last words.
I can
I will take the first.
take second.
I died a couple hours ago. I'm probably
I
gonna
will
sleep.
take the Girion. Larador, Joan, Girion.
Would me asking Sir Reginald to keep an eye on Joan in case she sneaks away out of PTSD supersede her sneakily sneaking away? Like if he was keeping an eye, could he tell me if she was sneaking away as a rogue? Would that work?
What?
that was a lot of words.
Make sure that Joan doesn't sneak
Because
away in the
every time
night.
Joan goes alone, I feel like Severe is like gonna watch her like a hawk.
You can talk to Mr. Reginald about it. He's
She
looking off into the distance.
Of course he is.
You alright? Are you okay?
Yes.
Can I explain looking off into the distance thing?
No.
Can you just, in your free time, watch the redhead, make sure she does. Oh wait, there's a lot of redheads. Watch Joan because she likes to sneak away. And last time she snuck away, people died. So can you watch her? Just let me know
Yeah.
if she tries to sneak away.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Before bad imaging comes up to you, Kevin. Hold on to this.
Yeah, sure.
It's the scroll you gave me
Yeah.
earlier.
Sure, yeah.
Scroll that you're pulling on. Add it to your inventory.
Of course.
Okay.
Can Kevin talk to Larador if he hasn't retired to bed already?
No, he's standing over the fire. He also has first watch.
Okay.
He's
So
kind of just kneeling down next to it. The rest of you go to sleep.
Joan is asleep.
You guys can start taking the benefits of a long rest.
Do we need to set up a third watch or anything?
No,
or-
there's-
Girion has third,
yeah.
Joan has second. then
We're good. We're good.
I need a new character sheet from
Mr. Larador, sir.
Yes, Kevin.
I had a question. As an eye, said is the only thing that can do anything to Lucidar, correct?
I'm not sure. I would ask Girion. He's told me twice,
Oh, that's right.
but knowledge is very limited. His Lucidar's power, although he is not as deformed as the visage of Zidane that we saw, I always thought it was similar.
Okay. Is Girion awake still? Ask the same to Girion.
He's kind of in a different part of camp. That's okay.
Given just
Hey, man. Quick question, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Should have paid more attention. You said that Azanite was the only thing, to your knowledge, that would have any effect on Lucida at all, correct?
I wouldn't say any effect. I know basic magic. But simple weapons definitely don't seem to damage him much. When he is damaged, he just reforms. His regeneration has gotten more powerful than when I took his hand. I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Puts his hand on your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm fine. If one were to have access to Smith's tools, Kevin does have, 'cause that's one of the tools that. Anyway,
I'm not sure, my friend. You can try. You've done well leading them.
just feel like there's more I can do.
You've already done so much. Thank you.
Of course.
You've done for us, Joan, my sister. She's happy, yeah?
Happiest I've seen it. Thank you for everything.
Get some rest.
He's gonna go over and lay down at the feet of Joan and just make sure she don't go nowhere.
Gotta do like the dog thing where they
Yeah.
like walk in a circle and then lay down.
Do one of these things.
Right. You guys can all take the benefits of a long rest.
Pimp.
Need to report on watches, so I won't make you roll, Joan. But you arise in the morning. Joan, you arise and you see yourself just kind of staring back at you. And you blink your eyes a couple times, and then you recognize that Imogen's just kind of been watching you in your sleep a little bit.
Imogen, is everything okay?
Yes. I was just thinking about the conversation you had with your very, very important friends. You can't come with us, can you?
I would like to.
How important. I think it's wonderful. You see kind of tears come to her eyes. Don't die. Okay? I can take Viola back to Davenport and see maybe if at the academy they can help her and maybe search for her father. I can take care of it. I really want to get to know you, though. So,
Once this is done, it's done. This won't be going on forever.
you know,
I promise to write you letters this time.
she looks like mad.
I promise.
Better.
I will.
I have magic. I'll kill you.
I know. I know.
I could take you.
I know
I
you
don't care if
could.
you have butterfly wings.
I believe it, Imogen.
I'll learn how to fly. I don't care.
There's a spell that
Just
does
take
that.
care of yourself.
She gives you a big hug.
Joan just like embraces her.
River sky. Look over and you see Thiola sitting by herself. River. Lake. River. Sun. She kind of looks at the both of you and she like crawls over. Darkness.
Joan gets on her knees and just tries to take Viola's hand in hers.
It's just limp.
She clasps it.
She puts her hand on your face. And then down your chest. Darkness.
Bonsai.
It's a very gentle touch. And she kind of like wipes her hand. Riva? Kind of looks around.
I'm sorry, Viola. I couldn't help you more.
Sunrise. Riva? She starts like fiddling with leaves and on the ground, crunch underneath her hand. I think she'll be all right.
Imogen, take care of her and take care of yourself. Please.
I'm not worried about us. I'm worried about you without us.
I'll be alright. I've got a pretty
If
great...
you get kidnapped by a bloody worm again.
Probably won't happen. I don't know too many.
I have it in me to save you from like 2 more demigods, tops.
I'll do my very best not to get kidnapped. No more going to the mail office by myself, that's for sure.
Absolutely never again.
Anywhere by herself, really.
Kevin's awake at this moment. Never again. Nope.
At this time, Calliope kind of
Do
like...
we still have the Joan tracker?
Kevin's never leaving that out of this.
No, yeah, it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
The dot has moved. It's active.
Calliope pops up and
Literally
trots
keeping
over
that forever.
to Imogen. Did I hear you say that you're going to Davenport?
Yes.
Well, I have to go to Davenport to find my friend, so if you like, I could kind of help. And I know that you can protect yourself, but I could also help protect you and use my fiddle, even though it's not really working anymore. That's okay.
Will they be all right without you?
I think that they'll be fine, especially now that they have their friend with the butterfly wings. Pretty cool.
I think it was all that.
But don't worry, I know you're just as cool as your sister, if not cooler.
All right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. Travel together.
So, Calliope, I've never been good at goodbyes, really. Can I have my earring back?
He's gotten into Haru, just wants stuff.
Of course.
Do you have anything we can
Just looting while we're all dying.
There
Goodbye,
you-
give me my stuff back.
Oh,
It was a-
here,
Thank
should we
you.
talk about that?
It was a pleasure meeting you all, Maximus Ultor. I'm going to miss you.
One other thing. I have this. This was given to me by Calyx. This was actually supposed to be for... It was by Kevin. Calyx to Kevin, to Haru, to Calyx, back to me. But anyway, this is from Calyx, and he's going to know what to do with this. So
All right.
just give that to him. And I love that little dude. I don't know how tall he is. How tall
It's
is
for
he?
his sister.
Yes.
I'll make sure that she gets it. Thank you.
And then I want to grab Calliope with my trunk and just pull her into a hug.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I love hugs.
Okay, great. Kevin's gonna do the same thing.
Group hug
She's
around
gonna
the
reach
table.
her arm out
Awkwardly.
for Emmerich and like grab Emmerich's shoulder.
Emmerich goes. Give her a hug. I'm going to miss you.
We don't 100% not get it. Way too much.
That's on brand.
Mm-hmm.
She nods
So, for the sake of things, can we say that Imogen gives all of her stuff to Joan before she leaves?
Oh, all of Joan's stuff back to
Yeah.
Joan? Sure.
'Cause Imogen had a bunch of.
Joan should have all of her items back by now, except for a very special dagger.
Who has that?
Immerse does.
because we gave him a bunch of weapons to try and find.
I thought
He
that.
has my staff.
That's right.
That kid is something
Okay.
else.
Are there any magical items that Calliope and or Imogen have picked up that might be useful to us that they might not need to use?
Why would they
anymore?
give them to you? They have a whole adventure to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Do we all have our earrings back at this point? Cause we,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just
Core
got
five. Core five have their earrings.
Well,
Yes.
what happened to Joan's earring? She got kidnapped.
Oh.
Well,
I
she
found
didn't
it.
have it.
Kevin
We bought
found
it
it.
after Joan got kidnapped.
No, no,
She
that's
had-
not true. You guys
No,
got it before.
No, it was after. It was at.
Oh,
I
God,
thought she just
know
has
where- I
the-
know where it is.
She just has the ring, right?
Yeah,
She
No, I-
has the ring.
She also had the earring. I remember she got the earring beforehand.
No, yeah, she did.
Yeah, you
And then
guys.
remember when you got yoinked?
Yes,
you reached
but
up
she
and your
has
earring was
had
gone.
the earring before. I thought that all of her stuff was in the bag.
What bag?
I've been using her bag of holding this whole time. I thought that she
Do you
had
want
all
to
of
reach
her
in the
stuff
bag of
back.
holding and try to take out an earring?
Sure.
Whoop, there it is.
Yay!
So we all have
Yes.
earrings
Yes.
at this point, and then they have rings.
You guys have the rings, yes.
Nice.
Gosh.
M team.
Nice.
Oh, that is so sad.
So are we off to Sentinel?
I think that's.
We have our headings.
Here we
go.
go! I knew that was coming.
Is there anything else you need to know? Or...
Some questions.
From the magic in our hearts.
So,
Adventure beyond the horizon.
I know that Thief Haven kept track of a lot of the people who were after me, correct?
Who are you talking to? Kyrian?
Anyone, either of them, both of them.
Okay.
Do we know of anyone else who has any kind of vendetta against any of us who is trying to hunt us down,
My
or
brother, probably.
Speaking of which,
That entire town,
why
right?
did Lucidar want you specifically?
Oh, we've talked about this.
What the golly darn? Well, we know that he killed everybody, but we don't know why.
Bug.
So what the golly
I
darn is
could
up
tell
with those
that was in
shenanigans?
character.
No, sorry, I got it.
Yeah, we should probably head to Sentinel, right? Yeah.
No, I
that's
think we should talk about this.
I
Well,
think that's-
real quick, let's finish
It's-
up our
it's
questions with
early.
these people
Seems
here.
It's
like
a
you look out
long-
of these conversations
It's a
a lot.
long way to Sentinel.
Can you
It's a very
teleport
long-
us? Is that a thing? Like the little circle thing? I sneezed.
I'm pretty good with a bow.
Okay.
Well,
Worth it. to
real
ask.
Just
quick.
as a reminder, before you go, please use Orion when speaking about me, when you are not with me. And stay off the roads.
Sure.
Can we
Are
take
there
those
people
horses?
looking for us, or any other kind of scary people,
Well,
or
they just released bounties on our heads for 10,000 gold.
other than that?
That's a pretty big one.
But we're good other than that, correct?
Probably not for the foreseeable future, but I will speak with Heron and try to find Callum and explain the situation.
Okay. And there's no other mysterious beings that are after any of us that we don't know about yet.
Other
so-
than an assembly of evil people trying to bring on the end of the world.
Perfect. This is wonderful.
I have my enemies.
I
Oh.
don't know. I could have enemies. It's possible.
And is there any way we could have some kind of Girian, you know how you have all these ravens and such to send messages back and forth, like that one who had the little vest and the scroll earlier?
That one?
Yes, that one.
It's kind of perched over eating some
Do you
feed.
have any more birds that we can communicate with? I know the first time I was introduced
I
to
can send you them when needed, but most of them are at Carador at our headquarters.
So I can't have a bird.
I can see what I can do about
That was
the bird
totally
thing.
Jane from Tarzan.
Can I take a horse? Can we take the horses?
Oh, yes. Lorador
Oh.
motions the horses.
Gives us horses.
I mean,
Dibs the caramel one.
Only he can ride a
We
horse.
have there are
That's true.
We'll see.
I want chocolate.
Kevin's the only one who can ride a horse.
That's true.
Forther, Derot. He says the names of the horses as they trot over. The dark brown one and the tan spotted one come forward. I hope these horses are of good use to you and expedient to you, make your journey a bit more expedient.
I don't know if we can all fit on them.
Pretty big horses.
You also can't ride them.
Yeah, they can. They're just not proficient. This is not an official exchange of steeds. It's very.
So are these bigger horses than normal then?
Yes, these are super strong D&D war horses that can carry up to 570 pounds.
So can
So
we
can
all
3 of
fit
us
on
fit?
I would say 2 riders to a horse, but you need to be careful not to. Yeah, you 2 definitely can't share a horse.
Oh, I was gonna say
Kevin
Knights,
and
you us
Haru,
3.
nay.
Yeah.
Oh, you could be.
Ah! Kevin has slimmed down a
Kevin
little
would
bit.
probably have to ride their own horse. Maybe Kevin and Emmy could be on a horse, but
He has slimmed down a little bit over the course
he's
of
no
these
longer
adventures.
420 pounds.
Can we ride Kelsier?
Oh,
dropped-
are
he's
we
dropped.
less than you?
Can Joan ride Kelsier?
Certainly
Slimmed
try.
down quite a bit.
Emmy weighs 35 pounds, so we're under 500.
Perfect.
Joan looks at Kelsier.
You can also turn into a
Probably
horse if you
fit
wanted to.
3 of us.
Oh, do that the whole time.
That was so empty.
So what are their names one more time?
Forthor,
Ford?
Forother,
Ford?
Forother,
Ford?
Forother,
Ford.
and Deralt. Are you doing this in character?
Yes.
Okay. Forother,
Ford.
which means pursuer, and Deralt, he who brings hope.
Danny.
As this is going on,
Rue, do you want to go to Davenport? Is like a group going? Find Fable over there, having a good time. It's Paragon Assembly stuff.
Danny.
So funny. Forother and Deralt.
as this is going on,
I wrote
can
Ford and
Joan
Denny in
start
parentheses.
to try to like get on top of Kelsier, like try to ride him?
That's a little dangerous. It's gonna hurt the dog probably.
Oh, never mind.
It's not what
I
he's meant
couldn't.
for.
I wasn't sure how
like,
big he was.
Can
He's like letting you try, but he's like really
She
not.
goes back
good.
off.
Can Emmy ride Kelsier?
He's just kind of like, if he had a turtle shell, he would be retracting into it. His like fur kind of like folds over. He's got some meat on his bones
She's so
there.
scratching his
No one
head.
else tried to ride. Oh, how fast is the broom?
Very
So
slow.
slow.
Very slow, slower than normal travel.
Oh, okay.
Can I
Emmy
read
can walk faster
amidst
than the broom.
while riding the
What
horse?
if?
For sure.
What if
Okay.
we like?
Although if
jet
you're on a
skied the
horse, you are
broom
probably
and
on
we,
the
like,
horse by
rode
yourself.
the broom, but like had something attached to the back of it, so it like.
Can we put the shoes on
Wait,
the broom?
But I
Shoes?
weigh, I think 330 is what I put in my character sheet.
He's skinny.
Yeah, my dad weighs the most.
Fair.
It's 390.
Sure. Just keep that in mind. You and Joan could probably saddle up, or you and Samira. I'll say that. Because, super buff D&D horses.
Can we? So there's 4 horses.
So
Can
if
we have 3 of them?
Larador and Girion just kind of share an uncomfortable look.
Can Emmy?
That's my horse.
Can Emmy?
Larador is already, or Girion is already on the Black Stallion horse.
Can Emmy, Joan, and Samira share a horse, and them 2 share a horse?
No.
If it's
We can't
500
share a
pounds?
horse.
Joan and I can share a horse.
Could
can-
Emmy,
or
Samira,
Emmy
and Kevin
We're going to
share
spend
a
the
horse?
next 45 minutes on this horse riding puzzle.
How are we gonna ride the horse?
Yes.
Can Emmy, me, and Kevin?
How much is Samira weigh?
I don't know.
This is where, I usually don't like playing with weight, but this
She's
is where it
like
kind of matters.
5'9", so probably like 150 pounds.
150 with Kevin,
Kevin's-
probably.
Kevin slipped down to like 350 over the course of these adventures.
Ooh, he's lost 70 pounds.
He's cut as hell right now.
Yeah, 150.
Nice beard still, keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the horse can probably do it. It's probably not great for the creature to have 3 people sitting on it, not only
Yeah.
weight-wise, but just space on the back of the horse.
You're probably
Emmy,
gonna
you're gonna
guess
have
I
to be
can
an
fly.
Oh no, I hate flying.
Yes, but then you guys are going to be like having conversations, and I'm gonna.
What if
be
we
listening.
promise that we have all conversations through telepathic
But
earpieces?
I'm an eagle.
Yeah, just
Can she still hear us? You just can't participate.
I'm just planning on reading, to be honest.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
You
doing.
can't read
can
while
ride
you
on your
ride a
back.
horse.
Oh,
But I
I,
still can't.
I'm not riding
talk.
with Haru.
But
he
you'll
knows
have
nothing.
quality time with a friend.
I
That's what
might
that
get
is.
motion sickness, but we'll see.
You also have to
isn't like
steer
riding
the
in
horse.
a
While this
carriage.
conversation is
You
happening,
Oh my.
I'll say for the purpose of thing,
You
each group has kind of gathered their things. Imogen, Theola, and Calliope in one group, heading to Davenport. Girion heading north towards Ashtone Peaks. Larador mounting his horse, ready to head west with you guys for a little while, as he heads off for Darren, and you guys head off towards Sentinel.
Where's Misty Step?
Joan is steering. Haru's on the back reading his book.
It's 30 feet.
Okay, who's on which horse?
In 1 second.
I'm with Joan.
You're with Jorn. Which horse are you guys on?
Still.
So
Danny.
Joan and Haru are together, and
Geralt?
Samira and
Geralt,
together?
Forother. Okay.
We're on Ford.
Emmy's flying.
Ford.
They're on Denny. And he sounds real sad about flying.
Emmy likes flying, but she also
Well-
Girion mounts his horse. He's like, good luck, my friends. Yeah! He whips in his horse. Black wings come from the horse as it as it goes off into the
It's a
trees.
Pegasus.
Danny, can you do that?
Danny the new
This horse is very large compared to Joan.
Yes.
Is this going to be hard for her to steer? Or for her to ride it
Oh,
all?
you'll make a check. Land
I'm on
vehicles.
Kevin's horse.
Kevin, you don't need to make a
I'm
check.
not
You're fine.
proficient.
Kevin's
Neither is
proficient.
Joan.
No one is but Kevin.
But Joan is 5'3".
Kevin is
I'm really happy to be on
proficient
So-
in
this
animal
video.
handling.
Would the DC be higher for Joan or for?
In fact, we could start
what
the
does it
Shire and the
matter?
Scotch.
It's, it'll be different. Well, between the two of you, it'll probably be the same. As you kind of mount the horse, Imogen just
Probably
comes
get
next to
pulled
you and
over and get a DUI.
puts your hands and squeezes it.
Pulled over by who? If we get
I don't
pulled over,
know.
we're gonna
Amber,
die.
That's true.
Amber,
Sorry.
I love you.
I love you, Imogen. I'll
Squeezes
see you
your hand
soon.
tightly.
Stay safe. All right.
Is there anything Calliope would like to say to the group before Imogen, Calliope, and Theola take off towards
Kevin's
Davenport?
just gonna walk over and pull Calliope into another hug and just awkwardly pat her head.
She looks up. I'll miss you, Kevin.
We'll miss you too, man.
I'll
Change the
see you
streaming
guys
out.
again.
I'm glad that we're friends.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
I have
I'll
one
miss you a lot.
one small gift
Oh.
for you, and I pull out the music box, the bronze music box that I have.
Aw.
And I give it
Aw,
to
that was a
Thank
good gift
you.
for her.
Can she wind it up?
Well, it's more when you open it and the music
she
will just
open it?
play. Yeah,
Does she recognize this song?
you've already tried this. It's very beautiful.
Does Joan recognize this song?
Leave it alone.
DM's
I'm not
like,
giving you
"No."
advantages for playing two characters for this little bit.
Samira's gonna do some awkward finger guns.
Imogen, Theola, and Calliope disappear in the woods, heading south.
3 of my favorite characters.
Right.
Silhouette.
You should take the lead, because you can ride horses, and this is my favorite terrain. So, we in front.
Joan and Haru are on the horse, and they like ride by Kevin, just kind of.
Larador is with you guys for a little bit.
Okay. We ride by Kevin, and I look at Kevin. You jealous? And I motion back to Joan.
Let's ride.
Does she know?
This is the stuff I'm missing.
What did you change to?
Eagle.
Eagle?
Yeah.
A regular
While-
eagle?
While I'm kind of flying up and down, can I keep an eye on things?
Yep.
Jones
See if
know.
Your
all-
passive
has no
perception is
idea.
18 as an eagle,
No, but
so
we're all in
if you'd like to roll for it, you can.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Come. We make for the bridge of Etoros.
To the west,
Etordun.
to the west,
Sorry,
to
not
the west,
Etorhas.
to the west.
Stupid dungeon master.
Bridge of
Not
what?
Etorhas.
Sorry.
Etordun. Etorduhn.
Oh, I've got so many misspelled name places
Okay.
in here.
Can I read this?
That's why I just go by Ford and Danny.
So you're stuck on a horse with me for a while.
Mhm.
You gonna tell me what the golly darn is up with Lucidar?
Nope.
You just said no.
A long way,
Can-
Sentinel.
Haru was
Joan,
reading.
halfway
It's a long
through
story.
the ride,
Sounds like we have time.
be like, Haru, you think you could drive this thing?
I wanted to read, cause you know the whole.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the
Do you
Sudoku
think
puzzle.
that you could ride this thing?
I think it only benefits us if Haru gets smarter.
I think that it might be smart if I'm up with Emmerich so that I can communicate if we see anything through my earpiece.
Up with Emmerich.
Well,
She's not a giant eagle, she's a regular eagle.
No, I'm giant eagle.
Oh, you're a giant eagle?
Yeah,
Oh!
always.
She's gonna leave us behind.
Sorry.
Well, no, that's why I want to like kind of fly up and down.
That's okay.
I'm
Giant eagles are big.
always a giant
Can,
eagle.
Oh, it might attract attention. That's why.
I know. Okay. Not a bad thing.
I guess I can.
should.
I can
Awesome.
steer. Is it possible to? Dang it. I guess.
It's alright, I'll keep driving the
Okay.
horse.
Thank you.
Roll a d20. This is a land vehicle check. It's a straight roll. You have no proficiency.
This isn't an animal handling?
No. Land, it'd be a vehicle.
Oh.
Kevin's proficient in both, so we're okay.
7.
7. You slow down the entire
One boy
group.
folk hero.
You guys are staying on the horse, but it's kind of like it's very rickety. Kevin maybe can come over and like try to give you some instruction how to train your horse.
Is there a lead by chance? Like, can we attach the horses together?
The horses have a lot of like there's bags on the horses for you guys to use that have like different stuff like leads. They have their regular. There's like horseshoes in there too as well. But it does slow down the group, and Larador does travel slowly with you guys for a while. After about 20 minutes or so of this, the forest breaks, and you arrive at this marvelous stone bridge that goes overway. There's 2 statues erected about halfway down the bridge with a railing. It's humongous. And below it, a ravine that goes all the way down with the sun rising in the morn. You see a river going by, way, way down.
If someone asks for a toll, I'm just paying it.
There's no one here. This seems to just be a landmark. Some of you might have heard of it before. It is the Bridge of Etordun.
Do we recognize the statue?
Are you just trying to look at the statues themselves and see if you know who they are? Make a history check. It'll be kind of tough, but maybe.
At this point, can Emmy come and just
I don't.
fly down, perch?
Sure, you can like flirt. You like can perch down. They're of these mighty champions. One of them like a human. They're both human. One of them like holding up their sword, and you can like come and land on its shoulder. Looks freaking toy.
Nice.
Well, it's not only on the shoulder. You're a giant eagle. You kind of perch on like half the statue. So you're
Arm or something.
humongo. Sure.
Humongo.
Can we ride the horses safely across?
Oh, this is a big, sturdy bridge. This is way better than any bridge you have used before.
They're very suspicious of bridges.
You guys crossing the bridge?
Yes. So do we
We're still
recognize the statues or no?
You can make a history check if you want to just try to look at the person on the statue and see
Yeah.
if you
Are there
recognize it.
plaques?
Make a perception check.
No, I don't recognize them.
16?
16. There are plaques.
Can I read?
In common.
Yay!
These are very old statues, probably a couple hundred years old. One of them says that it is dedicated to Berador, the uniter of the coalition of Berador, the namesake of the continent. And
Larador,
who-
Barador. Sorry.
they rhyme, but they're not related.
Oh.
So, the statue on the right, it is Berador. I think I told you guys that. Berador united the human tribes for the first time to create the kingdom of Elwahan and the first coalition of Berador. The united forces of elves, dwarves, in ancient times, maybe other races as well. Not even ancient times. It's like a little bit over 1,400 years ago.
I have kind of a dumb question.
Sure, go for
If
it.
Barador brought basically started the kingdom, brought everyone together, was he the king?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
But he was also a knight.
you'd want to read.
You can have both.
You need to read some history books or maybe learn some other things. There's a whole story about Berador, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
He
Okay.
lived a life. He got a statue on this really cool bridge
Cool. I don't know if you could like have both occupations.
of founder and king.
Bridge
No,
of
and then
Doom.
he's also a knight, right? Because he formed the Knights of Barador.
That's not confirmed information.
Well,
You could ask.
He definitely
Larador.
yeah.
okay, cool. Never mind.
The other one is of Itorhal, which is one of the 2 sons of Berador, who is. It also is. There's a little bit of information on the plaque if you want to study it. It's where the namesake of the royal family of the Itorhus come from.
Cool.
So 2 cool guys As you cross the bridge, stone turning back into sand on the road. Lerdo turns to you all. This, I believe, is where we change our heading, my friends. Good luck. Your journey, I believe, will take you through the Baleful Woods. Be careful. It's a strange road. Strange heading.
If we wish to contact you, is there a way that we can do so?
I'll contact you. Once your journey is done, let us meet back in Vordaeron.
Actually, speaking of, my sister Katrina, she owns an inn in Vordaeron, and Aaron cannot remember the name of said inn.
That's okay.
Just pass along a message to her for me. Okay, Missa? Really? I hope she's doing alright. She looks just like me, but, you know.
Girl?
Yeah. It's my twin sister.
You have a twin sister? I thought you had a twin brother. Never mind.
We're triplets. Yeah, you know.
Well, we're digging into
John's
Kevin's
been gone for a
backstory.
Sorry, I was tied up, dangling from the ceiling for a long time. My brain just Goodbye. Goodbye, Orion.
I take my leave. Yeah!
Be safe.
Takes his horse and
I don't know when I'm gonna meet
Gallops.
another cool archer.
gallops quickly away. And Maximus Ultor is left to themselves.
So Kevin, what the golly darn is up with those shenanigans?
While you guys trot and talk after crossing the bridge, where would you like to go?
To the west.
Through the kingdom of
west,
Elwyn.
to the west.
Straight
to
west?
The west. I was told
Do we have-
west is
do we have a
sentinel.
map?
You each canonically would have maps of Elwahan that are semi-accurate still because they're kind of
In
old.
the Discord?
I don't know if any of you guys still have it.
I do.
I never.
I do actually.
I should have printed that out. I will do that for next session.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Samira will know what due west is, so.
So we're outside of Enron.
You are like at least an hour's journey, more though, because you've been on horses as well from Enron.
Would we know
from
how
west.
long it would take on horse to get there, assuming we don't run into any trouble?
Think it's
Haru would not know. Emmy would not know. Joan would not know. Samira maybe could gauge if you want to find out. Traveling quickly on it, regardless of anything else, being on these horses is going to double your pace that you normally would. But you know, horses also need a lot more breaks during the day. You could also just walk alongside the horses occasionally. Why don't you make a survival check? Guidance. We don't have the guidance one today, chat.
Oh, that's a natural 1 plus 3.
No, it's hard to say.
Sorry. I tried.
That's alright. I mean, we can just start going.
Kevin, you can try to make a survival check too. You're probably the next most familiar with the land.
Okay.
DC might be a little high
Do I have
there.
20.
advantage on
Natural
that?
20.
Yep.
Really?
So that's a 27.
I took all your bad juju.
Got my.
Pretty sure I have advantage on survival checks in my favorite terrain, though. Next time.
When
Wait,
it
is
comes
this
to
your favorite
tracking
terrain?
and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry. My notes are really bad today. So if you travel hastily, you're not super familiar with a lot of the lands in between, but it's probably going to take you about 4 weeks to get to Sentinel from where you are.
Oh, that's plenty of time to learn about Lucidar and his intimate relationship in your life.
It seems like
You can get it out of him.
I mean, Samira
can
will spend
certainly
the
try.
whole time poking you.
You can certainly try.
It means I can read a lot.
But also the direction Sentinel is in the most southwest
Southwest.
Yes.
of it, so you'd be going down and across. Are you going to heed the warning and stay off the roads?
Oh yeah, we're gonna
It will
travel.
It will definitely slow your travel a little bit, but Larador did warn you.
Wasn't there like a train somewhere?
That was when you were in Davenport. If you wanted to sail to Nominar, which is kind of far, it's
So-
especially far now. That would have saved you maybe like a week or a couple days.
So
We
in
learn a language.
But no.
in favored terrain, we don't get slowed through difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be slowed traveling through forest at all.
So are we just
Okay.
gonna straight shot this?
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
travel
Mana
by map?
bombs.
We got Joan now. We can. Let's go.
We can sneak into cities again. Without
we have a lock
I was like,
kicker. Instead
during
of
one
busting
of
down the doors.
our breaks, or I'm assuming we're breaks, rest, talking, kind of grand old time. Let me say something to the group. Real quick.
Sure. It's June 1st, by the way.
Hey.
Happy June.
So, we have 2 horses, and we owe 2 horses. So maybe once we're done with them, we can bring them back and just pay for the carriage.
I mean, it's a chain store. There's probably one in Sentinel that we can.
I'm sure there are plenty of cities along the way that have a location of.
Is that something on the list?
But we don't really want to go into cities because we're wanted for 10,000 gold pieces a piece.
What's the worst that can
And
happen
Joan
if we...
wanted for 50,000.
What's the worst that can happen if we don't return the horses?
I don't know. They just seemed very threatening.
Was there a...
They will find
Did
The
you
you.
pay for
Derricks
the
and Stable
insurance?
Mafia will come after you.
It's very
Give us
scary.
our horses.
Did you pay for the insurance by chance?
They didn't offer insurance. That would have been a great thing.
You know, I think they took advantage of Samira because she was drunk.
100%.
Ah.
It was real fun.
But Drunk Samir is fun, Samir.
So fun,
I agree.
right? So great.
So,
Just right in.
I think sober.
You guys
Samira
can
has
keep
gotten
going.
Funner.
walk and trot and talk.
I just want to say that this entire time, however many days it takes us, Haru wants to spend lots of time in that tome for Naga, doing puzzles and whatnot, and
Sure.
you know,
Samira's
working on
gonna
his brain.
constantly bug Kevin for information about Lucidar until Kevin breaks.
Nice to be back on the road.
Hey Joan, I have something to tell you.
Yes.
Ooh.
What do you want?
Lucidar.
You heartless bitch.
Samira, were you saying something?
No,
No,
she-
Kevin, were you saying something?
No? Well, yeah, to you, of course.
Yeah,
So,
about your relationship with Lucidar.
Bless you.
Thanks.
so basically, to make a long story short, he used my brother to wipe out the entirety of the Dragon Isles. My family's all dead, all my friends are dead, except for you guys, of course. And made my brother kill our parents and made me watch. Is that what you were looking for? Or
Oh, I feel real bad now.
great. I hope so. Give me your scotch.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are traveling together.
So sorry, Kevin.
Maybe Emmy also glides a little lower.
No, it's not. You know, it's in the past, right? It's okay. I have a new family now.
Aww. You're talking about us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's making
Well, you know, I still have my sister and my brother's still alive, but he's a dickhead, so you know, I don't really get his family. Anyway.
I mean, is he a dickhead or was he controlled to be a dickhead?
No, he's always been a dickhead.
Oh, okay.
He's just like a stronger dickhead now.
Stronger dickhead.
Yeah, he's the
Thicker.
worst. Yeah, no, he's the worst. Anyway,
Which one?
I'm your brother now, Kevin.
that's right.
Did Lucidar have something against the Dragon Isles? Do you know?
That's a lot to get into, but yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Yeah, it is.
Why does he know you personally? And why did he want your parents specifically to die?
Well, no, everyone died. It wasn't my parents specifically.
But why did he force your brother to kill your parents?
You know, I've been wondering the same thing lately.
It is up to you what you want to reveal. Stop looking at me.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I just-
magical chokehold. How can I not ask?
Oh, no, that was a spell.
No, I know. I'm just saying, Lucidar, magical chokehold went, I finally found you.
Well, so of all the people that lived on the Dragon Isles, my sister, me, and my friend Wolric were the only 3 that left alive. Outside of my brother, but it's a different story.
How?
From my understanding, we were believed to be dead. I'm not quite sure because, Richard, I was a pretty smart guy.
What Walrick explained to you.
But that's what Warwick explained, is that we were all believed to be dead, so they left. But we somehow survived. Gathered what we could, healed ourselves up a bit, and then we came for the main continent, made our way towards Baldurian, and from there kind of split ways. I know Katrina's still there. I'm not sure where Warwick is now, but I've been thinking a lot about him lately.
If he forced you to watch your brother kill your parents, why didn't he just kill you then?
I don't know.
It's a
Is
good
he
question.
lying?
An insight check. You can roll deception or persuasion, depending, but don't tell us which it is.
Okay.
Oh, she carded you, bro. Oh! Wow. She got a +10. He got an ace, which is a crit.
But it was a 19 otherwise.
I believe him.
No reason to doubt
I
him.
mean, Reagan doesn't believe you.
A Star Wars companion.
Joan does.
Aaron genuinely doesn't.
Heaven would never lie to me.
Oh
Would he?
I trust him unfailingly.
Would it? He might lie to other people, but not to John.
Well, I think Samira's used up her allowance of messed up crap to do today, so.
So tell us about your family.
Oh, Katrina's great. She's great.
That was good.
You're a bird right now.
I know.
This is why we need to figure out a way for her to ride on the horse. Can't she ride on the horse because she's so small?
No, we just.
How much does Joan weigh?
Joan weighs approximately 115 pounds.
115, 30. Yeah, you could ride on their horse. It's not great for the horse. Also, 3 seats to a rider is tough.
She could sit on his
You are small
shoulder.
though, but kind of have to balance.
She
It's
sits on
just,
his shoulder,
you could, it's just kind of a hassle.
Can I just throw food to Emmy, to have her
That's
catch?
so demeaning.
Why does it mean demeaning? It's a fun game.
She's offended!
You're an eagle.
You want a treat?
You're an eagle. It's fun. It's a fun game.
June 2nd, the next day. Give your horses breaks every 4 hours. Continue traveling. You've been on kind of scattered forest plains thus far. And you've now approached a new forest thicket. And as you approach, there's this faint mist that kind of comes out from the trees, fades into it. And this whole forest is in a strange fog. This might be what Larador was referring to when he
Said
said
it's a weird woods.
the Baleful Woods.
It's alright,
It's on
we
your
can't
map.
get lost.
Not
It is on the map?
technically on the map, but it would be on the map. I need a nice map. I'm not artsy. I don't.
Need an art?
So, what do you guys do? Next day, bright and early, so you get a nice long rest before.
I can move through non-magical plants without being slurping.
What's been happening since I've been
Oh, debrief Joan!
kidnapped?
Let's see.
Summarize the whole last arc for
Okay,
the
so-
It
viewers.
would take at least 8 episodes.
Yeah. So, where should we
At
start?
least 7 books.
We went to we ran into a village of freaky wooden people,
Oh yeah.
and met some Ettins, and they're actually quite nice.
I made a friend.
That's true. Samira made a friend. She did great.
He called me sorry.
Yeah, it was actually really cute. And then we went into a goblin cave,
Yep.
and we met.
Xerox.
Zerkok.
Yeah, we met Zerkok.
That's the one. Xerox.
Yep, we met him. We met Lady
Remember.
Syardrin. We hung out with him for a while. We learned a little more about you.
Zerkok and Syardrin?
Oh yeah, we learned all sorts of things about
Yeah,
you and about Silhouette, and we kind of like wanted to Paris, and then
You're a cute
and
kid.
then we left, and then
You saw pictures? You saw my baby pictures?
It was kind of.
they were so cute.
It was like
Oh
a,
my,
it was
oh
like
my
a
god,
flashlight thing.
they were so cute.
It was like
I
a
mean, like as a
flashlight
side
thing.
note, you've got like a whole list of people you need to like visit.
This is during a break, correct? For like weeks.
Yeah, we're just
Trot and walk.
Yeah.
You haven't gone into the Baleful Woods yet.
So I can't contribute.
Well,
You don't have to have transformed into an eagle yet today. It's kind of early in the morning.
Oh, and then we left the cave, and then we killed the wyvern, which is apparently a big deal, and then we met these people, and then we went to Enron,
It was
and
this
we met
cool
your brother.
Ryan guy.
Oh yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, and then we met your brother.
He probably
and,
died.
And
You met
we sold Samira this night out.
Your Thieves friends.
I
We
did.
met them.
Oh, we met the
What's his
brothers
face?
of the
Ganderhood.
that one. Mm-hmm.
oh yes.
Ganderhood brothers. Yeah, they're on the
Yeah.
list of
Yep.
people you should visit.
Oh,
I,
and then we met the trade
I haven't
prince.
had a lot of time.
Oh,
fair.
we have some. Wait, I don't know if we know this. The baker knows that she's the Gilded Bandit.
Imogen and
And
Calliope
Calliope.
We're there,
do.
yeah, so
They
now
didn't
we
talk
can-
about it with you guys.
Well, it looks like everybody kind of knows I'm the Gilded Bandit now.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's included on your wanted poster for Gilded Bandit is now like
Yeah.
in
AKA.
HD.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw that.
What is
So you
HD?
ran in with the prince. Anything else important that you think I should know? I'm sure we'll catch up.
Trey Prince. He lost a hand. Trey Prince.
Do I know how that happened?
Oh
Lost
yeah,
a
he
hand.
lost a hand.
100% Lucidar did that. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an
Oh.
assumption that I make, but I think I'm right.
Whose
else?
laser is that in the corner? That is like.
It's Jonas because it's reflecting.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It was freaking me out.
I was like, it was like a fly.
I apologize.
It's okay, you're good.
It was distracting.
I gave you guys
everybody.
laser pointers. I asked for
Is
it.
that everything important? We met Nimris.
Oh yeah, we met Nimris.
We met.
Yep. Weird
He
sorcerer
has-
dude.
Yeah,
I don't know
Has
him all that
issues.
well.
Crazy as creep.
Talked to him one time.
he was kind of a weird guy.
He did
Way
say the
weird.
walls summoned me, or something like that. The walls.
The walls that
answered-
answered his prayers.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I think that there's like some sort of other voice going
Gotta
on in his
screw
head.
You
loose.
don't say.
got a screw loose
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
He has
Yes,
a
I
leg
can
short
get
of a
with it.
horse.
Oh, and Andreas. The
Yeah,
brother.
we met your brother.
Yeah. Did we say that?
Yeah, we did.
He
Oh,
was
sorry.
so cool. We really liked
My
him.
brother is quite popular.
From the
My
sounds of it,
parents' favorite too.
I didn't meet him either.
Well, you're not my favorite.
Do something.
Thank
else.
you.
I mean, Imogen
So
was pretty cool.
You know Jack
Considering we
Riff.
spent a lot of
Love
time
Jack Riff.
with
I
him,
like
that's
Jack Riff,
quite-
but like more eccentric.
I love Jack Rith. I would probably love
Yeah,
this guy.
He's great.
I was awesome. He has a really cool bathhouse. He used to take a bath there.
Thank you, Samira.
You're welcome.
I'll try
Oh,
it sometime.
Calliope's friend turned into a dragon. That was
Oh,
pretty
that was
cool.
really cool.
yeah.
And his little sister is the one from the Magical Academy.
Yeah, you remember the
Yeah,
dinosaur girl?
Yeah.
Bagel.
Jonah's having a stroke.
So the dinosaur's brother is a dragon who you were friends with, who was a friend of a friend,
Ah, sweet kid.
and they are
Sweetest kid.
brother and sister. And the goat woman is also a changer.
I mean, apparently she was kidnapped because goblins were looking for you. So she led us to the goblin cave where the goblin army and Zerkok were.
The goblins were kidnapping people to find me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
big
kidnapped
time.
Imogen.
So,
It was a whole
wait,
thing. Oh yeah,
really
they kidnapped
quickly-
Imogen.
Really
Let's-
quickly.
yeah.
Back, sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Quickly, back to Calyx, Dragon Boy. He didn't know he had a sister.
He didn't.
It's very heartwarming for everybody.
My dad?
This is like when you explain your Dungeons and Dragons campaign to people who don't care at all, and it's like a rare opportunity where they're like,
Definitely me
"Wow,
at my
really?"
birthday. So,
That bars.
Me at the bars.
so
And
he
Calyx
didn't
turns
know
into
he
a
had
dragon.
a sister. So this whole family is interconnected, and we don't know anything about it. That's very, very
It just seems like an arc that we're not currently on right now.
That's fair. I'm sure we'll find out more.
What is an arc?
I don't know, these words
How do I
just come
get
to
one?
me.
That's crazy.
Their characters become self-aware.
And then suddenly it starts raining.
Why did I do that?
Sure, yeah. Soft rain starts.
Really?
Yeah, why not? I can do whatever I want. I haven't said anything in a while.
Are we in the creepy forest yet?
You guys haven't gone in yet.
Oh, are you waiting
just
for a
standing around?
decision
Well,
for
we're
us
having
to go
we
in?
were having a rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're having a rest. So, but we can not rest.
Should we
here.
go in the creepy forest?
Sure.
It's probably a good idea.
I can't get lost in forests.
Does Joan know a lot about her dad's backstory?
Just that he wasn't around. You would also know that he was. You would know that he was once a sorcerer supreme.
Oh, I just punched my microphone over.
Sorry, chat.
I was rubbing mine, that's why I
Blame,
moved it.
blame Radon. Okay. As you guys say, you just had a nice hearty breakfast. Maybe found some eggs in the wood, cooked them up, had some rations. It is a longer journey, so you will be going through those rations a little bit. As you go through.
Can we say for all intents and purposes that we're stopping to also feed Kelsier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been assuming that.
Okay,
And
I just want to
the
make sure.
As
'Cause
you
when Joan was gone. That was
enter the forest, the mist at your feet. A few steps into the forest, the fog is so thick, you only see a little ways ahead of you. Even a little hard to see your toes.
I'm still not lost. I'm in favorite terrain.
As the dark thicket of trees block out most of the sky. I think it's a little hard to see, but I believe at this point we all have dark vision. You have a little monocle you can.
All right, Calliope was the only one without dark
Yep.
vision.
So, kind of hard to make out colors. What's your marching order?
Well, we're gonna be first.
Kevin, Samira out front.
Yeah.
You're on horses, but I just need to know order.
Okay, Joan's behind with Saru.
And then Kevin's in front of the horse, and I'm in the back
Kevin's
of the
driving,
horse.
so you're in front.
Yeah.
So I guess you're leading the way.
1, 2.
I'm trying to think like logistically for an eagle. Like how tall is it?
These trees are also so close together that
I can't fly through them. Or I'd have to fly above.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to fly through them, and you also
Just
can't
right on
see
his
inside of it.
What?
You also can't see inside of the forest as the eagle because how thick the trees are.
Can you change your shape when you're already in polymorph?
You could be a
Could you-
mouse.
yeah, could you be something small
and just ride
that
on
you
the
wouldn't
horse
hurt
with
the
us?
horse?
Yeah,
See
I
Emerald.
thought about
Or
that.
just like a regular bird.
Yeah. Well, can a regular bird fly through?
Yeah. Not a
Probably.
giant eagle, surely, but like
Yeah.
a regular bird could be with the party.
Mm-hmm.
Or just Emmy, depending on how fast you guys are traveling.
Let's just say she woke up and decided to be herself today.
Okay.
She looked in the
For the sake of
mirror.
this, probably traveling slow to medium pace. Okay. You start going through the woods. Lots of different rocks and trees. Make a perception check, Kev. High DC because of this fog.
Yeah. I see nothing. It was a 5.
Traveling on. Hour passes through the forest.
Haru's on the back. Like, Joan is steering. Can Haru be just like sitting, looking behind everything, kind of reading his book at the same time?
Can Emmerich be steering?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you guys on the same horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't sound good.
Be on the
Sure.
back
You guys can be steering. Who's steering this horse? Make a perception check.
I'm on the back looking.
About
Joan's in the middle.
2 hours into this forest, just
She's happily
trotting
settled.
through.
How much of this book have I
Well, I
got
know I
through?
have +3.
Been pretty focused.
13.
I don't don't know, I'll give you like 12 hours of focused reading previous day if you stayed up a little late. 13?
Yeah.
You spot in one of the trees something that doesn't quite look like a branch. As you approach closer, you see a spear lodged into a tree. It's a nice spear. A really nice spear. It's like made of steel. What?
Can I take it?
Sure, if you
She
want
doesn't
to.
have a staff.
Whoa! Hop off and waddle on over and take the spear out. Sure, easy enough. Just wrap your foot up and take the spear. It's way too big for you. This is a very large spear. Kind of heavy.
What you got there? Does
Yeah.
Kevin see this?
There's like, yeah, you guys can all see her stop the horse and get off it and walk.
Yeah.
Actually, when she jumps off into the fog, it goes up to like her waist.
She's so small.
The fog, yeah, it's not
tiny.
like fog from a distance. There's just like a foggy mist on the ground of this forest.
Is there? I mean, does the spear appear to be magical? Does it have any runes?
Make an
or writing,
Arcana check.
Okay, sorry about that.
Does the feather of heroic winds disperse the
A tiny bit.
mist?
16.
I love
16?
that thing.
Not within your realm of knowledge.
There's no runes or anything written on
Not
it
that
or
you see.
carved. Oh.
And a little spear. It's in kind of a. There's like a hole in the tree that's kind of like carved out as well.
Was it?
It's like jammed into it. Maybe it was like rotated or like it's like a very.
So it looks like.
It's not a clean cut.
Did it look like someone like purposefully put it in there on purpose, or it was,
Probably.
like,
There's a spear in a tree.
Well, yeah, but as opposed to someone from afar like throwing it and it like.
Make an
javelin.
investigation check.
Okay.
Does Jones see any like sign of life around them in the woods or a sign of death?
14.
14. Could be either.
Okay.
Probably a stronger, but it could also just be a person. You don't get a sense of unease
Like
from it.
how it got
It's
there.
just kind of like, huh.
There's-
Whack.
Look for
Spirit
tracks.
Make a survival check with disadvantage.
Golden.
But my proficiency bonus is doubled.
But there's fog.
Yeah. You would.
I know,
you would.
it's still-
you
it's
would
still
normally
disadvantage.
have advantage.
Well, I wouldn't
But-
have advantage. My proficiency bonus
Well,
is
you
just double.
this. I'm just letting you know.
I know.
Favored terrain is not applying right now.
Bummer. Okay.
It's a forest.
So you said survival with disadvantage?
Yeah.
And guidance.
You're also looking like the fog on the ground comes like 2 feet up.
Oh,
foot and a
one's
half.
a nat 20.
Yeah.
What a waste.
The fog comes up like to your knees on the ground.
Okay,
and
so
it's-
tracks would be
It's
hard.
not like you can easily see through it.
15?
Are there any
Does-
other signs of struggle? Like obviously broken branches.
Do I feel
No.
danger?
Just a spear. Everything else appears the same as the forest before. Just.
Make a history check for me.
Do I feel danger at the moment?
15.
15. Everything looks like the forest before.
Detect magic wand?
Sure.
Can I use it?
Mhm.
And then do I see magic? Everywhere? Probably, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I
Spear's
detect
magical.
what kind of magic? The general area of the magic in the world?
Yeah, just give me a bit.
And then can I do an arcana check on the spear while that's going on?
Sure. What are you trying to ascertain?
What it does.
What it do?
Yeah, what it magical?
What it do, what it be?
What it magical?
What it do, baby?
That's a 16 in arcana.
No idea.
Ooh, need a higher one. I
I'm
said that very
Christian.
confidently. Thought I was gonna get it.
As did I.
I have nothing to help.
What's the spear? Is the spear just? I'm picturing just a wooden spear with a metal tip.
But it's
Oh, okay.
magical.
Is that like a special, like, cool crystal tip with a tooth of a wyvern?
I would say illusory.
Oh.
What?
Illusory.
The forest is exhibiting illusionary magic currently.
Nice.
Is there a way?
You guys doing anything else in this little area? Or you're
Is there a way we
continuing?
can disperse that?
Does anyone have
What
dispel
was the
magic?
illusion goddess name? Because we were in a temple
Sistra.
of
Sistra.
Yeah,
Sistra?
Sistra.
Can I bring out my book on the history of Sistra and kind of scan through it and see if I find anything on this strange illusionary force?
This would probably take you a while if you want to, like, if someone has the reins of the horses and you want to just be book
I can
buddies
make
with
them.
Haru for a while.
Yeah.
People reading.
Book club. That's super cute. She's just on his shoulder and they're both just like looking through books together. Haru's like doing what puzzle and he's like, and he's like,
7-letter word for bride. Sorry.
Yeah, you can spend the next 10 minutes skimming. Make an investigation check looking through this book.
Other pictures. Whoa! You can scan quicker for
How
pictures.
can you read this?
Go to the index.
Are you just looking for like a picture of a...
Natural 1.
So
Lucky.
Lucky.
Lucky. Ooh, 21.
21. This book is more focused on the mythology of Sistra. If you'd like to read a little bit more about that, it's not really a guide to illusory magics.
Okay, but there's not any well, it's the lore, so is there anything about
It
a
mostly
forest?
focuses on deities. If you would like to learn a little bit about the deities surrounding Sistra, you could definitely do that during this time. But
can we
as
say that
far
Eddie
as
does, but also, like, Leslie's already taken in a lot of information this session.
okay, so you don't really care.
Well, no, I do.
It's fine. Gods and pantheons
yes,
are
tell me.
stupid.
Do tell.
It's okay if you don't want to look for that. You do discover in this book that there is, or at least to your knowledge, there's not illusory spells or instances of a foggy forest in this book. If that answers your question.
Okay. Is there Zircog in it?
Not with a natural 1.
No, not 21.
Oh, 21. Right. If you want to look for family, it does mention that she's had children.
She's a mother.
Yeah, it mentions her parents.
Oh.
Sistra, the goddess of illusions, is the daughter of Tessa and Cyrox, which are god-crowned deities.
Can we, going forward, assume that Emmy has at least base knowledge?
We can talk about it later if you'd like.
Yeah, if it arises.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did she
Trot
read
and
anything
walk.
about it? Okay.
Another hour passes. Same forest as before.
Oh, we could be super lost.
Another hour passes.
Oh no.
Same forest as before.
Are we passing the same mushrooms into the same?
Make a perception check.
Hey, Emmy, can you try taking your spear
Guidance.
and doing the same thing and hitting a tree with it? I'm just wondering if there was like a purpose that it was in there
And
originally.
he walks over, heavy spear in hand.
24.
24. While she's stabbing into another tree, you're looking at a tree and you're like, huh, there's a hole in this tree.
I think we're going in circles.
Does anything happen when Emmy stabs the tree?
She stabs a tree.
Aw.
Kevin would like to take a look at the spear, see if there are any runes or magical.
Make an Arcana check.
on something.
Gotta clear a 16.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
You guys know different types of magic.
14.
14. You do ascertain some information from this. You are very familiar with bonded weapons. The only thing you ascertain is that this spear is probably currently bonded to something. You feel, as you try to go out to it, like a block. Like it's not yours. You shouldn't be touching that.
I didn't feel that though. I didn't feel
No.
anything weird.
You feel touching that spear how you would feel about someone else touching the swords you've bonded with.
I think we should leave the spear alone.
Why?
It's It's not necessarily nefarious. It's more of like a
Yeah.
pride thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, whoever has that
This-
spear probably doesn't want to touch it.
I
This
mean,
is-
I'll return it to whoever, you know, if someone
it
shows up
does-
and like, hey, that's my spear. I'll go, oh,
it-
my bad.
It does belong to somebody. You know how Kev like starts like bonding his sword in between his hands. You know,
Both
I
of
can
them?
do this.
You're bonded to both of them.
Just like switching hands with both swords.
Yeah.
Start juggling them.
Sword juggler.
The
You
cutlass and
sorcerer.
the admiral blade.
So you know I can do this with my swords. I have like a special connection to the swords that's magical, and the spear kind of has the same properties belonging to somebody else.
Can we start doing a Balto thing where we start marking trees?
Sure.
Do I sense any evil?
Ooh, with your divine sense, paladin.
Oh, paladin!
Aw.
Pala who? Pala them. More like Pala us. Sorry.
So
We went two different directions.
Joan wouldn't really be aware of any of these abilities. You have felt a strange power within you ever since you got your glowing mask back.
So I can't activate it.
No, but for the purposes of this,
I do have a sense.
not currently.
Oh, I have to train.
It's pretty, no, it's also pretty like, it would be pretty near you.
Okay, 60 feet or so.
Something like that.
Can I cast Speak with Plants?
Sure.
And go to a tree that we didn't stab.
Okay.
Hi!
You just stabbed my brother.
Okay.
Not again.
Hello. Are you okay? Are you good? Oh boy.
Is it saying funny things
This is
like it usually
real
does?
creepy.
Can I go to another tree? Again, one that we haven't stabbed.
Mhm.
Hello.
Got creepier.
I don't
Guys,
like
I
it.
think these trees are asthmatic.
Can I cast Primeval Awareness? And it's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of us, or 6 miles within my favorite terrain. I sense these things.
Yeah.
Do I get to know which one? No.
Just one of you.
I think you'll know it when you see it in regards to like favorite enemy, but
Other.
Does that mean it's undead?
You-
Because
like-
undead is my favorite
yeah.
enemy.
well, depending. I'm just telling you how the spell works.
Okay.
Your danger sense is not going off. But for some reason, you feel claustrophobic, Haru.
Can
Just
Johnny
like reading
take
my
it?
Anything else you'd like to try, Amy?
Well, other than the trees, I'm assuming maybe
You all
grass,
right,
bush, whatever. Is it only trees or?
It's plants.
There,
We spoke to a mushroom guy once.
no. I mean around us.
Make a perception check.
It's hard to take a breath a
Well,
little bit.
other than
Read it, read it, read it.
vegetation, have we seen any other signs of life? Bird nests?
Read again?
Not a
nooks
single
in
thing.
Trees for squirrels.
It's not cutting it.
Samira, do you want to? Does Sir Reginald maybe want to climb a tree, just see if he can see anything from?
I mean, I can ask, but it's really up to him.
Of course, that's why.
Right.
That's why. It's
Mr. Reginald? Oh, is he gone? He didn't go into the forest. Is he there? Mr. Reginald is gone.
Where did he go?
He usually abandons me if there is a clear sign of danger, so he's
lovely.
gone.
I'm not saying this. Take out Kelsier.
Sure.
Actually, Joan doesn't have Calcier's necklace.
Well, we said that she got all her stuff back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just didn't.
Well,
Track
if
it.
that's
It's fine,
okay
it's
with
fine.
you.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I was
Well,
just
she
saying.
takes out
Continuity.
Kelsier,
Yeah.
and she like pats him on the head.
You've never spoken to Kelsier, by the way, just as a reminder.
I know, but it's just.
He's licked your face excitedly, and he kind of looks around, and he's like, this is licking slowly, like slows. He's like,
She's kind of holding. Yes, yeah, I think we're a bit lost. Do you think that you could help us get out of here? Can you?
Sticks his face in the fog. You see his like tail poking up as he starts sniffing around. Sure. He like gets up. He like scratches like one of the trees.
Balto!
Want to follow Kelsier for a while?
Yeah.
About 30 minutes pass. There's a hole in that tree. There's a scratch mark on that other tree that looks very familiar.
All right, Samira's gonna get down from this horse and she's gonna cast Firebolt.
Firebolt?
Yeah, just in the general area.
Let's not start a forest fire around
You know, I think we're in some kind of creature. I wanna
creature?
attack it.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Cast Firebolt.
Yeah. Does nothing happen?
Joan's gonna summon Kelsier back
Disappears
to her
into the
necklace.
fog.
Nothing happens.
And if you want to follow it,
Okay, I'll follow the Firebolt.
eventually come to like another tree that has like foliage around it, and there's like those cinders on it and a scorch mark.
But it didn't catch fire.
I mean, a little bit.
Kelsier, she's gonna summon Kelsier back, and as can she dig her Azanite dagger into one of the trees?
Sure.
Just make an X. Anything different happen?
Oh, with the Azanite specifically?
Yeah.
Can I talk to one of the trees we stabbed? See if
Sure.
I have a different reaction. Hello.
Ah!
Jimmy!
Do you know why we keep going, like we're going in circles? Guys, these trees are weird.
Haru, can you just like start cutting down trees?
No.
Absolutely not.
I mean, if we can't lead the forest, let's just destroy it.
Normally, you guys know me. I'm pretty cool as a cucumber. You guys know. But I'm feeling really claustrophobic right now. I've just been reading, and I haven't had a workout or anything like that. But I'm feeling pretty not so hot at the moment. I can try to cut down a tree, but I don't want to, get into another dandelion situation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, let's not.
We're friends
remind
now,
me again, the spear, I'm assuming a wooden,
Steel.
it's completely steel?
Oh yeah, this is a really nice spear.
Can I try, like, hitting it against the ground, like, boom, boom? Does it do anything?
I mean, it just kind of falls like a shovel in that sense, because there's a lot of weight to it.
Yeah, but like if it's, like, this is the spear, can I go?
Sure.
Kind of like a Durmstrang thing with the stabs when they get off the...
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, again, just kind
Activate.
of like loosening your grip on a shovel just falls.
Can I talk to the spear?
What do you want to say?
I want to say, hello, spear. So far, you're our only clue. So if you would like to give us some help, that would be great. I would like to return you to whomever you belong to.
No
No?
response.
Okay. Are you magical? Can you do the magic? Woo! Abracadabra. Work, please.
Yip, yip.
Can
Yip,
Joan,
yip.
Wahoo.
Yes, Joan.
Can Joan try to like find a little bit of a clearing, like just enough she can see everybody, but like a little bit by herself?
No.
Sure. You want to go off by yourself?
Just like what she can still see them, but she's trying to
Yeah.
focus.
I mean, there's like space within the forest, but you look
Yeah.
up and it's just foliage above.
That's okay.
There's like different stones sticking out of the fog, tree stumps.
Can she try to reach her connection with Sistra? Or sorry, not Sistra.
Cyaradrin.
Cyaradrin.
What would you like to do?
It's been a few weeks. She's going to just like kind of try to. She's going to put on her mask and she's going to touch the mark in the back of her neck that she now knows is there, just trying everything she can, and ask, Cyaradrin, I believe we're in some kind of illusionary forest that I can't find my way out of. I'm not sure if I can still reach you with this connection, but if you can help me at all, it would be much appreciated.
Make a religion check.
Can Samir climb a tree?
Sure.
I'm gonna
Do I
climb
have
the
any
tallest tree I
proficiency?
can find.
Easy enough for you.
'Kay.
What?
I don't have any proficiency in religion from multi-classing or anything.
Just make it with advantage for now. We'll check it out later. Okay.
26.
26. You feel a warmth on the back of your neck. And as you do, you remember yourself as a child, and you almost feel when the wings would wrap around you in an embrace. And your fear is quelled. And you feel a strong understanding of this connection. Feels like it's always been there. And your hand also starts to glow. What color would you like your magic to be? Your gown is like golden rainbow?
Gold or green.
Gold? Okay. It's a not like a holy yellow, but more of a fantastical gold. Just like a shimmer to it as your hand glows. And the forest, the damp, cold forest, feels warm to you for a moment.
Can I see anything?
Pretty sure you can use this power to heal your allies.
Heal it? Heal my allies?
You have lay on hands now.
That's nice.
I believe right now it's a pool of 15 hit points that you can distribute whenever you want
Cool.
as an action.
So am I at the top of the tree?
Sure. What you doing?
I don't know. I just want to see
Not what I wanted.
anything, any hints, any clues. Am I above the fog? Do it seem like a
Are you trying to get
area?
to the tippy top of the
Tippy
tree?
top of the tree.
That's not gonna happen.
Is it because I'm too heavy?
You're too heavy. The tree branches eventually get like super thin, like not strong enough to support people, and it continues on. But you get pretty high. You're not really getting much of a vantage point, and the higher you go, there's still this regular fog that's inhibiting your vision. So it's just kind of a tough situation.
How long approximately have we been walking around?
About 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, Emmy is really frustrated at this point. She doesn't like being lost. She doesn't like walking.
Do you want to?
Are
So
we
can
lost?
she just go, ugh!
I
Hello!
We can be lost by
Is
magical
anyone out
means.
here? I have your spear.
I'm all for starting to chop down trees.
No response.
Is Joe's hand still glowing?
If you want it to.
Next time we take
With
a
I
peek,
don't know
I'm
what
getting
to
dispel
do.
With the
magic.
floor is, because it's covered in mist,
Yeah.
but can you like
Yeah, you can
push
swoosh
out
it
of the
around.
way?
Yeah.
Well, but can you push it all the way to see the ground? At
Yeah.
least for a moment. Can Emmy just start doing that and see if she sees anything on the ground?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
She's just gonna get.
None of you guys have checked the ground yet.
I tried.
You
21.
have checked for tracks. 21?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. As you begin to investigate this area, paying specific attention to what's around your level and on the ground, you do notice, as you travel, it seems like you're passing the same marks every, 10 minutes or so. But you're pretty sure you're walking in a straight line. And there are different parts of the forest and stones, and eventually you come up to this particular stump in the woods. And as you are moving the fog, you discover on top of this stump there's like this bronze engraving on it.
Is it words?
No. Make an investigation check.
A letter and a letter on a string.
Did they see me do this while this is happening? Please?
No.
No. Oh.
They're all trying to figure it out, doing their own thing. She's still climbing down from a tree.
I was in a tree. It was
Joe's
nice.
hands are glowing. There's stupid stuff going on.
Haru's reading.
They'll figure it out.
That's how it usually goes with the room recently.
13. You do see symbols on it. There are not any alphabet you know. They are music notes.
Well, well, well.
Every time one of Reagan's characters leaves.
So, just how tall is
Dang
this stump, approximately?
It's like 2 feet high. There's also in the bronze. There's like it's almost as if someone poured bronze on it, but there's also indentations on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a braille sort of thing with the music notes. There's also like this indentation square on it in the center.
Okay. Is there anything spear shaped on it?
No.
No, it's not like a key.
Maybe a quarter note.
Oh.
Can John come over to see what Emmerich up to?
Guys, I found the stuff.
Thank you. Go ahead.
That was great.
What's over there? What are you looking
Stump.
at? Yes.
Yeah, there's some bronze, I think, in the square. Can she touch the square?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
It's cool to the touch. Swamp.
Should I light it on fire?
Can Joan read the music
This is a new
notes?
thing for me, and I'd like to light more
Do you
things
play
on
any
fire.
instruments? Or have any proficiency in music of any kind?
No, but she has a history of being trained in the arts.
In dance? Dance and royalty.
Yeah.
Why don't you make an investigation check?
Guidance.
The lack of button.
All out of cards. 6.
Wait, hold on. 7. Can somebody help me look at this?
Look at what?
Can I just press
Haru
all
puts
the
away his book.
shapes on it and
It's
see?
pretty engraved or indented.
Yeah. Like if I trace
There's
a music note, it doesn't play it.
No.
Oh.
There's definitely like a pattern of like where the music notes are, and there's like some lines behind them.
What are you guys looking at?
A stump.
A
It
stump?
looks. Do I know what they are?
Do you have any?
They're pretty obviously music notes. Music notes are very easily
It
recognized.
should be like some kind of music
Oh, I love music.
note.
What song is it?
There's also the square indentation. It's kind of above it, and the music notes are below it.
Was there anything about music notes or bronze things in the book that I had?
No.
Are there any music instruments nearby by chance that we did not see?
Make a perception check.
Guidance.
19? Actually, 22.
22.
Dang. Stop making
I would
puzzles for characters that are-
say no, but the bronze on this and the square makes you think of an item you once had.
The music box that you gave to Calliope. We're never getting out of this forest. The end of Maximus Ultor.
Do
The
we
illusion
remember the
forest.
tune of the music
So-
Make a history check, Emmerich.
Oh!
I remember the
Nine.
tune.
You can make a history check too.
Because I
You can have
listened to-
advantage. You used to do it quite
I
a lot.
listen to it all the time.
I didn't do this on purpose, but you were at the Goblin Cave. You didn't have Joan who speaks Goblin. And I didn't know which character you would choose.
Yes, you did.
I had an idea.
What was it? An investigation check?
History.
Histro, great.
Could have at least let her leave like 2 hours into the session.
2 natural 14s. So 15.
15. Yeah, you can hear it in your brain.
Can I sing it?
No.
Make a performance check.
Oh.
Guidance.
Oh, not the D4 got lost in the dust. Cox. Hey! That's really funny.
I'm going to take that one. 13?
13.
Wait. Just think really carefully about how much
God.
this matters.
Getting out of the forest.
17.
22.
Wait, what?
There's 9.
Oh.
So do you want to do like a little trumpet thing or like a la-la? Or...
A little bit of both. A little bit of, just add some flavor to it.
Okay, maybe when it's like a higher note you can't quite reach, you switch to your trunk and make a little trumpet.
Yeah.
Like scatting it in jazz.
So strangely enough, this song that Haru is singing once was very beautiful. It sounded like a lullaby, but now it seems kind of haunting.
Does Joan recognize the song?
But as he sings it, you see the music notes kind of press in, which each note he hits. And you hear and a strong gust
How's that for performance, Calliope?
And the fog, albeit still there, especially around your feet, kind of starts to dissipate and fade to just a faint mist that blows through the grass. And you start to hear not lively sounds of the forest, but it's no longer silence. You start to hear the trees start moving again, and the wind start to blow.
Am I reoriented? Do I know where we are? Am I back in favored terrain? No.
Does Joan recognize the song?
No. No.
Not
Other
everything's
than the
about
notes
Joe.
going in, did anything else change?
Unless you
about
ask
the stump?
Kevin, probably.
No, not that you saw.
Rather threatening.
So now that the forest
That's
is
a really
clear,
good
what do we notice about the ground beneath us that we haven't seen?
It's grass and dirt, what you would expect a forest ground to look like.
Anything
You
change?
do see, you're especially able to make this out, you do see the tracks of Loxodon, a dragonborn gnome. A lot of them. Over and over and over again.
Man, we've been in here for a long time.
Yeah, very active. Heavy traffic area.
You said there was a clicking sound.
Mhm.
Kevin, can we kind of take a look at the stump and the surrounding area, the bronze plating, to see if anything has changed or?
Not that you ascertain, no.
Does the spear look any different? Any changes there?
Should we, let's try to move forward again now that this looks a little less magical?
I agree.
Yeah?
Let's go.
We walk forward and hope not to be stuck in a
But
circle.
for the next 10 minutes or so, you follow the heavy tracks of Maximus Ultor. And then they come to just a sudden stop, almost in a line. And as you keep walking, you look down, and the ground and the dirt is littered with bones.
What kind?
Make a medicine check.
It's 5.
No idea. Small.
Is this the thing that I sensed?
Yeah.
Ah.
You don't sense the bones.
Primeval awareness does not give you enough
other
information.
Than bones, are there any other like weapons, clothes, bags, jewelry?
No. You don't need a medicine check to realize that most of these are animal bones.
Do I sense
Most of
any-
them.
Do I
Some you
sense
don't recognize.
Evil at all?
Oh, yes.
Do I feel danger?
Oh, yes.
Let's just fight the thing.
Yes, without a trace?
What kind of scream was that?
Sounds like harpies.
No!
Do I know if that was like a human or whatnot?
Are harpies cannibals?
It was kind of echoed and distorted. Sounded like a
Or just carnivores.
female human scream.
I
I
think
get out my hammer.
Can
My shield.
Joan put her hood up?
Sure.
Casting pass without a trace because
Okay.
my second level spell slots aren't for anything else.
It's very useful and
it's
we
very
appreciate
useful.
it. Thank you.
What,
We love you.
what are
You
you
guys-
complaining about?
Travel for another 20 minutes or so. Sounds of the forest now coming back, crunching the bones underneath your feet. Help! Help! Seems to come in every direction, all around you.
Do we have to rescue them?
I know it does.
There's so many.
In the
so many rescue
in the
missions.
earring, I think that all communication between us going forward probably should be telepathic for now.
Yes, yes, very good.
Affirmative.
Can we leave them behind? Can we just move on?
I don't trust it.
Yeah, this is kind of terrifying.
Did I recognize the scream from prior scream? Animal scream, whatever.
Different screams, both female.
Not the voices. The before the when we first walked in, got to the bones.
No.
No.
Can we sense what direction it came from?
It kind of bounces off everything and reverberates. And as you guys walk for another 10 minutes or so,
I don't trust it. I think we should keep walking.
you see kind of all around you. And out from the forest, you see a small girl. Bushy brown hair goes down past her waist. Run! Run! She starts running and she comes towards you like, help me! You hear movement in the forest behind her. See, she has like as she approaches, you get like a better view. She just has like this little blue tunic, a little belt, boots, and she has like a bow across her back and a quiver. She's very young, like 9, 10 years old.
I don't trust her at
She
all.
saw us with Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
Oh.
What race?
Human.
So something behind the earth behind her is moving.
She was
Or
looking.
she's
She was
controlling.
looking for help, so she was able to.
Does she?
So the earth behind her is moving.
As this happens, you see a bone-like hand touch the tree. As you see this armored skeleton kind of walk by, and multiple in here. In the woods, kind of approaching.
Can I cast Detect Magic and look at the little girl?
Sure. Cast Detect Magic.
Do I see something
Let
her up.
She seems
magical?
normal.
Okay, let's
Can
go.
I grab the girl?
Sure.
Joan is like, she's
Can
got
I grab the
magic
girl and like
help.
cover her mouth?
Save her.
And
Yeah.
just like put her under my cape.
There's about 6 or so skeletons. They have like swords and shields and armor,
Can
and
we
they're
get
kind
on
of.
the horses and just go? Gallop out of there?
We do have horses.
Yeah, let's get on the
You guys are on
horses.
horses.
Stealthily.
So Joan scoops her up.
As this happens, you see these small, winged creatures, like horrible looking, like kind of distorted, like almost like a not quite born face, small creatures, like fowl-like, kind of like running from the forest. As these,
Can we sneak past this army?
they seem to be walking towards you. You do not have Pass Without a Trace on the little girl, who they are definitely pursuing.
Oh.
The skeletons are walking kind of slowly, and you see the small fowl-like creatures kind of like rushing towards you guys.
If Emmy
You need a
casts
decision right now.
invisibility on the girl, would they not be able to see the rest of us? Because it's my concentration, not Emmy's.
Oh no, she can definitely still do it.
Can you cast invisibility on the little girl and see if the army will lose track of us?
You get one action right now before you have to roll for initiative.
Boom.
Let's try it.
Get it. She's in the-
Can we move backwards while we do this? Just kind of get off the direct path from these guys. We'll just steer the horses kind of out of the main path that they're heading.
Okay. You cast invisibility on the girl.
Yep.
Sure. She can't get on your horse though, so she's next to you.
Can she get on their horse?
Invisibility and tell her to hop on.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. As they start to approach, make a group stealth check for me, please.
Add
Pass
10.
Without a Trace.
Plus 10.
Sorry about the connection issues, guys. It'll be fun to edit later. Lamau.
What are we rolling for, sorry?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh no.
Lucky. I've gotten 2 natural 1s in session 8.
That'll be a 19 from Kev.
With your plus 10?
Oh, with plus 10?
Yeah,
29.
because we're at pass without trace.
29.
20.
Okay.
16.
29?
So you're just going back and stopping and hoping they'll pass?
Well, it's just kind of moving like to the side, out of their way.
Okay. As soon as you cast invisibility on the little girl, undead are nearby.
Yeah, got that.
You also sense undead, by the way,
Okay.
at this point.
Nice. Saying sword.
You hear the mist from these skeletal warriors.
Is the spear there?
As they start walking by, and the little foul creatures, they kind of twitch and twirl, like their whole faces are like pink and distorted, almost like they didn't like fully form while being like created. As they kind of walk by,
They're not speaking a language anymore.
They're around you guys, but they don't seem to know you're there.
Yeah, can I understand them? Or any of them speaking Infernal?
No, I think they're just kind of screeching.
Oh, okay.
Are they considered animals?
No.
They're undead. So they're monsters.
The small foul creatures would. What is your primeval awareness thing?
Are they zombies?
Primeval awareness doesn't tell me what is. It will just tell me if
They're
it's
not
nearby. Oh, the other ones are, there's so many, aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead.
Beans. Kinda.
Do I recognize them?
What's always going on?
Yeah.
No, because you're
What
not
are
a
they?
dragon.
They're abyssal chickens.
Oh, zombie chickens!
Not quite zombie chickens, more like demon chickens.
I would like us
What
to
are you guys
be-
doing?
can-
They're still lingering in that area trying to figure out where the little
I
girl
would
went.
like us creeping kind of around
The
horses?
them.
So the girl
yeah.
is invisible.
I'm gonna
she's
say
on
for the
your
purposes
horse.
of this, in the
No,
future, you
yes.
cast without trace also on the horses.
Okay, yeah.
We'll roll their stealth.
I will make note that I need to say that.
Okay. You guys are trying to go through them now?
Yeah.
Or like around.
Around.
Like,
In the same direction we
Okay.
were going.
yeah.
You
but
start
avoiding them.
trotting along. The little girl with you, Samira. She's behind you. She's actually like holding you very tightly around the waist behind you. She like nestles her face into you.
Alright.
She has so much hair. It goes like all the way down, like past her waist,
She's
and it's
human?
very thick. Yeah, it seems like a human little girl.
Kevin, I'm not very good with children.
Does she look like she's
Best,
been
can
well
you pass it
kept?
to me?
I think she'll move.
Kinda. It's kind of hard to tell.
Like, ask, I guess, I don't know.
Oh.
Let's just.
As you guys are trotting along,
I don't want to make too much noise.
you do notice, Kevin, there's like a dragging sound. In the back of your horse, holding onto one of the bags, just dragging is one of the skeletons, staying on your horse.
Can they see us?
He's just dragging on the horse.
Thanks, sword.
Uh-huh.
Is it your sword?
No, I have two of them.
Can I whisper to the little girl? Do you have a sword? Is she telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Maybe she is a sword. Personified.
It's like Soul Eater.
That was a
It's so
plot
bad.
in the
It's a 6.
6.
Adventures of Sabrina.
Can't really see her face.
Well, she's also invisible.
Nestled behind. Oh, that's true.
Has the spear changed? I don't know.
No.
Same old spear?
The only sword I know of is his sword.
I have two.
He has multiple swords, but you have one special one.
They're both special.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I cut the bag? What's in the bag? Whose bag is this? Is this
It's
my
it's
bag?
one of the horse. It's one of the horse bags that has some maybe like a lead, horseshoes, horse feed, stuff for the horse in the back.
Could I just cut the bag?
Or we could just go faster.
Yeah, but
Can
he
you try
might.
and
He
kick
could,
it off?
He could make
Or with it?
more sound.
At this time, she reaches into your quiver, and an arrow forms for her. And she smashes it into the head of the skeleton and goes "Ah!" and falls off the horse.
She's my magic quiver.
Magic quiver!
As she does this, her invisibility fades.
Okay, yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should go. Move a little faster.
Gallop!
Yeah, go.
Yeah!
So we're kind of moving.
As you go, the skeleton has like the arrow in its head and kind of like.
I'm gonna
tries
shoot it.
Crawling by you guys. He's so far away, but you can shoot it. Make an attack roll.
Crossbow.
Go for it.
We're
You have
right
advantage
behind
because it's
him,
prone.
right?
Sharpshooter. It's advantage of doing sharpshooter.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That is an 11.
Wait.
11
Wait.
does not hit.
Joan is
The arrow.
going to use
You have extra
divine
attacks.
Smite.
Okay. Still advantage?
Yeah, he's
The
prone.
power of the heavens. The power of
Thank you.
Ra.
That's a natural 20.
Ra.
Yeah.
Power
That'll
of the
hit.
sun in the palm of my hand.
There's a D10.
As you guys gallop away through the forest,
Is he down? I mean, sharpshooter's
No.
plus 15.
I mean, he's not going to be chasing you. If that's the question.
Or making noise.
You don't need to roll damage.
Okay.
It's not going to change the effect.
That was my
Okay.
question.
sees you shoot. The girl just kind of like watches you. And, like her eyes are kind of glazed as she's like looking down. She looks very fearful in her eyes, but like quiet in her expression.
Like scared of me?
Probably more the scary illusionary enchanted forest you guys are in.
Shot at the thing's skull with an arrow. I should not be scary.
Just scared.
All right, so we're moving. We're moving.
You have added a little girl to your party.
Adding a small human girl to your
What
inventory.
kind of D&D session would it be if we don't take some helpless civilian along
That's
with
weird.
us?
Let's forget I said that. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
that's probably good.
I'm tired. It's been a long day.
So we're away from the skeletons?
Yeah, just continuing in the forest.
So what's your name?
Who said that?
Oh yeah, she can see us.
Well, I'm past without a trace is
You
still
can see
up.
she just is. She's just jumpy.
Well,
Oh.
we could, yeah, I was saying we can see each other. It's not like because we're looking for each other.
She
So.
kind of like sits up straight, but still
That's-
holding on very tightly to Samira.
That's Emmerich. Why
Purple hair.
Why are they chasing you?
Purple hair.
There's just scary stuff in the forest.
Why are you here?
That was my question.
I was looking for my dog. I've been here before.
They were talking about a sword. Do you know anything about a sword?
Mm-mm.
You have one?
Is this your spear?
No, I use a bow, like she does.
Nice.
What about the spear? Do you know anything about it?
That's so cute.
No?
So
Okay.
uncomfortable.
Where are your parents?
They're back in my town.
Your town? Where do you live?
I live in Roarin.
Warren? Do I know where Warren is?
It's a little town, probably. You haven't heard of it.
How can you guide us to where your home is?
You can't leave the forest right now because the queen's crying.
Because the queen is crying? What does that mean?
When the queen is crying, you can't get in or exit the forest.
How?
That's what my mom told me. It's in the song.
What song? Would you like to sing it for us?
Maybe it's the one that I,
Or recite it?
sang.
I'm not a good singer. She gets kind of just
So
shy.
Just recite it. Spoken
Sorry.
word.
Jonah, can you sing the lullaby? Sorry, Haru.
Who's Jonah?
Jonah.
Haru,
Come again?
Can you sing the lullaby?
We all look up like,
I'm sorry. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Hey, Goblin Tuesday. Thank you for the rate of 30.
Goblin
welcome
Tuesday!
in. Playing a little Dungeons and Dragons. We're in a scary forest. There's a little girl. And we ran away from some skeletons. That's where we're all right now.
I'm about to sing a
And you're about to sing a song!
With my
Canonically
trunk.
breaks the fourth wall.
Thank you so much for
every
rating. Hope you
once
guys
in a
had a great stream. Welcome in, guys.
Samira's very aware.
Does
Alright.
it sound
She's really
anything
intelligent.
like
almost maxed out.
this? And then can I start to perform the
Make a
song?
performance check.
Uh-oh. Oh, natural 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 24.
Two.
This time he definitely approaches it with a little bit more confidence and bravado. He has great
Bravado.
form, lots of space, he raises the soft palate.
From the
Of course.
diaphragm.
Naturally.
Good projection.
Calliope taught me a thing or two.
Kind of a classical.
No.
Is that your? Oh, I thought that was your mic back again. Kind of a classical sound to his voice this time, as he beautifully sings the song like an aria. You kind of hum along it, and then as you sing it, kind of starts saying the words along with it. It's like, where in the fogged wood lie. Banshee cream, don't hear her cry, something like that. Off to sleep, rest easy. It's definitely still a lullaby, kind of a messed up children's song lullaby. It's kind of like one of those children's songs you listen to it and it's like, oh, if you actually listen to the words, that's super creepy, but it's nice.
Baby on the treetop. Why does it fall?
Are they summoning Satan?
Kind of like chandelier. Sorry.
Anyway, you kind of get the gist. There's a queen of the forest, and when she cries, the forest is locked. So something's upsetting the queen of the Baleful Woods.
Where is this queen?
Do you think she lost her spear?
Hey.
I heard her cry.
Does she have a spear?
I don't know. I'm just a kid.
Is this queen human or is she something else?
Who are you people?
So sorry.
No, we had the same question about you,
We're
actually.
Maximus Ultor. I'm Joan Lycansky. Nice to meet you.
Aww.
Full circle.
No gilded bandit?
Try not to spread that around.
I mean, pretty much
But
everyone,
it's like
everyone
become
knows
part of
what
your
it's like.
thing.
I'm
Only
Haru.
to pirates and bad guys.
But
I'm a
I
singer.
look forward to it every
You know,
time.
You have a nice voice. You remind me of my brother.
Oh, thank you.
He's
Thank
dead.
you.
I knew he was
Oh.
gonna say that.
Yeah,
Do-
it was hot.
Do I remind you of your brother because he's dead or because of another reason?
Because you're tall.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Me too is an element.
What was your name
Been a while since
again?
Maximus Ultor has been around little children.
My name's Evelyn.
Aw.
My name is Evelyn Coliander.
Evelyn.
I am a ranger.
Oh,
Oh.
our friend over here, Samira is a ranger as well.
I know she's better at it than I am.
But you're learning. If you'd like, if you show us which way the queen is, then we can show you a thing or two.
Can't you hear her?
Can I hear her? I can't, unfortunately. I'm going to need your help. Can you show us which way she's crying?
Sorry?
How long does her depressive episodes last? Approximately.
I don't know. I've never gotten locked in here before. I didn't know it actually happened until it happened today.
What?
Were you with anyone else other than your dog in the forest?
No, my dog ran in before me. I haven't found him yet.
That's all right.
So sad.
Can I keep an eye
Her
out?
name is Pila.
Can I keep an eye out for dog tracks?
Sure.
Can Joan get off the horse?
Sure.
And take out Felsier.
Sure.
As he comes out of the necklace of holding.
Your dog's a lot bigger than mine.
That's all right. That's all right. He's a very nice dog.
My dog's like this big.
Kelsia,
It's a chihuahua.
Steve? No.
Kelsia,
Chihuahua.
can you sense any other dogs? No, that's fine. It's okay.
He looks really embarrassed.
She like scratches his head and gives him a treat. Kelsia, do you hear any crying?
You see his ears like poke up, little points. He starts walking towards something.
Right. She's gonna get on the horse and like follow Kelsier.
We follow Kelsier.
As you follow Kelsier for a little while, you start to hear another rhythm and a squeal. Just kind of a faint.
Can we tell what direction that's coming from?
You make a perception check. Kelsier seems to know. Seems to have a direction in mind. Guidance.
Still my thunder.
12. Actually, just kidding. You said perception check?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. It kind of bounces all around, kind of like the little girl did, but Kelsier seems pretty certain.
We haven't seen any other stumps with no.
So we just follow the
Follow the dog?
sound. Wow.
Nice.
We're following Kelsier because we can't tell which way the sound is coming from. Follow the giant black wolf.
Yay! We're following the leader,
About 15 minutes pass, and the sound becomes a little bit more common, almost as if the wind. And you come to a clearing in the woods. You can see the night sky now. See the stars, the moons. And you come to these stone structures that resemble a graveyard.
Oh no.
There are smaller, bigger graves, and they all kind of lead up as you go. And as you go further down, you see this standing skeleton, this kind of jaw agape. And then as you kind of continue down, it's a pretty sizable graveyard actually. And you keep going, you see another one, a few.
Is this the town? Is this their town?
You see like 12 more. And as you continue through this graveyard, there's like a large crypt building up ahead. And you see like dozens and dozens of standing skeletons. Not like the warriors you saw before, just kind of rotted, decayed, kind of even brown looking skeletons. Brown and yellowish. It's the passage of time. Standing kind of in different, just standing, frozen positions. And as you approach, the wailing gets louder.
Oh. Kelsey is away. He's away. She's putting him back.
He's away.
Inside the Coliseum. Wait, that's not what it is.
The crypt.
Crypt. Why did I say Coliseum?
Into
I
the
don't
crypt.
Okay.
Into the thick
Okay.
of it.
It's
Joan turns to the little girl.
it's probably like, it looks like a 2-story building, this crypt
wait.
entrance. It's very large.
Is there any plaques or markings on it or names or
Make a perception check.
Sorry.
18?
18.
Okay.
There are definitely plaques, but as you look at the letters, you can't make out the shapes because they're all distorted and swirling. You can't even make out the alphabet. It almost like moves and swirls, almost censoring itself on the stonework.
Is it waiting for our names?
Ghost of future.
It says your real names, not your player names. Leslie.
So much
Emmy
fourth wall
suddenly
breaking.
feels like she can't control herself.
Leslie leaves the table. Emmy goes limp.
Joan turns to the little girl. What was her name again? Evelyn?
Evelyn.
Evelyn Coliander.
Evelyn, have you ever been here before?
This sucks.
You don't recognize these lights?
No. She kind of hugs Samira tighter.
Is Evelyn a ghost? Oh no!
Her brother's dead.
I've been enjoying Reagan's randomly screaming theories about what's happening.
They're confusing me, to be honest. She is squeezing Samira.
Are we in the
So
crypt
we
yet?
see no names on
Yep.
any of the gravestones.
There's
Never.
inscriptions. They're just moving and swirling. It's very
Can
strange.
Joan get down and like touch one?
Yeah. Feels kind of warm.
She gets back on the horse.
Like, okay, like it's warm unusually, or the air is kind of warm. It's probably some sort of rock might have heated up.
It's like soft.
What?
Like bendable soft.
No.
Like flesh?
Kinda.
Ah!
It doesn't have the consistency of it. Like the texture is still sewn, but it's like soft, and it's like you feel like the warmth how you feel like coming off of a person. You don't sense anybody there.
Let's just go in the crypt, guys. Let's just stop. Don't get back on the horse. We're going in the crypt.
Do the horses fit in the crypt, or do we have to like leave them?
As you guys start approaching the crypt, the horse is like, and like refusing to go inside.
All right, so let's tie the horses to a branch and then go in the crypt.
Before we do that, Haru pulls out a bottle of rum. Would anybody like a shot first?
No! Put it away. Put it
If
away.
I'm going in this crypt,
Put
I'm
it
taking
away.
one shot.
No.
And I pour myself a shot.
Okay.
And I take it.
Okay. Just one shot.
Samira?
There's a child clinging to me. I think I'll abstain.
All right.
Can I have some? I'm thirsty.
No.
Joan hands her some water. Here you go. How long have you been out here?
Just today.
Just today? Are you sure?
What? Yeah. I haven't slept yet. I'm not sleepy.
That's alright. I think it's safer if you come with us.
Kind of pointing at the skeletons as you guys walk into the crypt. As you guys walk in, you find yourself in this circular antechamber. I'm assuming you just found like a tree to tie the horses to or something. This circular antechamber. And in the center, there's like this stone altar. And you see in the ceiling, there's like, it's like old, decrepit. There's like a dome and there's like holes in the ceiling. And on the far side, there's like this square door. There's an inscription above, but it has the same blur as all the other inscriptions.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say there was a door on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk through the door.
It's solid stone and there's no handle.
Doors are the worst.
Door time. It's a while since we
Alright,
had
Are there any,
in-
so there's no handle, but are there any indentations or keyholes or anything
Make a
like
perception check. Where are you looking? The door?
that? The door.
I'm going to
The
look.
door and the surrounding area. So there's a frame.
So just give you a picture. There's a circular room. There's like the small circular altar indent
Yeah.
in the front. Comes up about like 3 feet. And then on the other side, there's the door.
Can Job investigate the altar?
Why don't you both make perception checks? You on the door, you on the altar.
16.
16. You don't recognize anything, no. It's kind of like just like a dotted, jagged carvings in this door to make it look doory.
I know.
23.
Sure. It's like knocking on solid ground, stone.
Right.
23? So as you approach this thing, it's like an altar that comes about 2 feet off the ground, and then there's like a ringlet around it. And then it comes into a dome. So dome, and then it kind of goes out into a ringlet, and then it's an altar.
Okay.
That's what you see on the altar itself.
With the 23, there's no symbols or anything?
Not on the altar, no.
Okay. Can she
Investigate the ceiling.
Sure, make a perception check. What do you want to do?
Can she light a candle
Natural one.
put it on the altar and put 3 gold coins down?
Sure. It's all well lit now. The wick goes out.
The what?
The wick of the candle that was burning goes out.
Can I light it back on fire?
Sure.
I'm gonna do it again.
Is
It's
it?
a cantrip,
Very
man.
tedious process.
Can she stab the azanite dagger into the altar?
If you'd like, solid stone.
Well, can she just tap it then? I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding.
Can I
There.
climb onto the altar?
It's a dome. It's not like solid ground, but you can. You want to like just kind of
Sit on it like a
Do you
target
wanna-
ball.
it'd be like the target balls, or like or like when you're on like a playground, and like if you ever climb on the roof where it's like not really.
Can I see where
That's what we were talking about.
100%.
You guys
Nothing
teasing
I
me
did
because
as
I
a
got
child
this
was
like.
Well, do you want to sing that song again?
Well, can I see where the draft is coming from? At
What
least?
draft?
Like that put out the candle for whatever reason.
What draft?
Okay,
There's no draft.
understood.
Just went out.
There is no draft.
Apparently, whatever resides here just doesn't like light.
Is it like a trick?
You
candle?
still hear, by the way, the
Trick candles?
Can Joan do it back?
And now that you're closer, you kind of hear the emotion in it, and it sounds sad.
Can we get out the spear? Can you put the spear on the altar?
Yeah. Try putting the spear on the altar.
How many of those are gonna
Can
happen?
Joan repeat the tune back to the air? Just like sing it.
Sure, make a performance check.
Can
Anything
Samira
anybody else wants to?
cut
How you doing,
her
Kevin?
cut her arm and
Do
drip
something?
blood onto the altar?
Any ideas?
Just feels like the general feel of this place.
Have we checked out the?
Oh, what was your perception check on the ceiling? Oh yeah, it was a natural one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Do you want
Is
to
there?
look at the
I was
ceiling?
gonna say, is there I check out like the walls around the door, the ceiling,
Do you speak Elvish?
the floor.
I
do
do.
not,
Joan does, though. You
but
can point it out
Joan
to her.
does.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Also, my performance.
Oh gosh. That's a 7.
7. There are markings on the wall. You don't understand the language.
Hey guys, it looks like there's some markings on the wall.
Elvish!
Joan's performance was a 18.
Okay. You repeat it back.
Don't understand it.
No response.
He always puts stuff on the ceiling.
Is that?
This is actually on the wall, like around the walls, in the circle of the room. There are Elvish.
There's
writings.
Elvish here.
Yeah, Kev just like
Joan-
patting on the wall. I can't read this.
Joan comes up to Kevin. I can try.
Okay.
And she looks up. And
Okay, great.
Can she read it?
Yeah.
What does it say?
You read the words in Elvish. Korarum, Harial, Hebisher, Borum, and Rember.
What do they mean?
Make a history check.
So she doesn't even know?
She reads the words. Make a history check. You might know. We know your whole backstory. You've been underground, bro.
16.
16. That was your DC. You get a there's some creepy sounds happening right now. Great. You
I will start praying.
get this faint memory as a child of your father. And it was a lesson with all your siblings about the Elvish calendar. Very different from the human calendar, which is very similar to January, February, March, April. The Elvish calendar has the time between winter and spring at the beginning of the year with Korarum. And then the springtime is Harial. Hebisher is the summer. Borum is autumn.
I knew this.
And Rember is winter.
Okay.
Yep, you especially remember Rember because I was like, oh, remember Rember, and it only had 10 days.
Is there anything else on the walls?
No, but you gauge this strange. It's like in a ring around the entire room. Appears to be some sort of calendar.
And is there any kind of marking on the walls?
Make a perception check. See what you see.
Rolls are not going well.
21.
21.
Oh.
You see this hexagon a little bit above where the inscription is that you can't read. And on it, you see like there's like almost two swirling shapes. Not quite yin-yang. They're definitely independent and there's space around them. They seem to be going around each other and there's two of them.
What is making the shapes? Are they indented? Is it
It's carved.
carved?
Kind of like the rest of the inscriptions.
Can I reach it?
No, it's high.
Can I shoot it?
Sure, make an attack roll.
13.
13. Kind of bounces off the stone. That was a good shot.
Thanks.
She's gonna try to shoot it too.
That's very
She rolled a 5. Lands on the ground before it hits the wall. Not good enough yet.
What? You tried.
Is there any markings
Thanks.
or carvings on the ground?
On the what?
On the ground?
No.
No, just solid stone
Yeah.
ground.
You guys have pretty much seen what's in this room. Holes in the ceiling, the ring of letters, the altar, the ring around it, the circle around it, the door, and the emblem.
Yeah.
So
The altar doesn't look like it can move or anything? Or
Can try.
remove? Well, it doesn't. There's not like. It's like, is it completely attached?
Like
to
into the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
what time of year is it right now? I mean, it's
June
June, so I
2nd.
guess it's.
It is June. Yeah, it would be June 2nd at this point.
It looks like
June 2nd in the year 1479 AC.
It looks like the Elvish calendar is carved onto the walls of the 4 seasons. I'm not quite sure what the significance is, but
There's 5.
Sorry, what were the objects? Just circular?
Sorry, what object?
The objects that I shot at.
The
They're carving.
spiraling thing.
They weren't spiders. They look like little blobs, with like little tails almost, that are like flying around each other.
Like yin and yangy.
Ish, but they're definitely independent, and there's no like dots or anything. They just look like two figures maybe chasing each other in a circle.
I'm spooked. I got goosebumps. There's spooky noises outside too that keep freaking me out.
As you guys continue studying the room, you feel a tug on your shirt, Samira. She points, and you look at the doorway, and you see about 20 skeletons standing there, just looking at you in different positions.
Oh,
That's terrifying.
I don't look into this kind of content ever.
Okay.
Joan,
Looking at Samira, specifically,
I mean, your group, but yeah, it
Okay.
seems like it.
because I
Joan
shot at the
approaches
thingies.
the skeletons. Who are you?
They don't move,
They're just frozen?
seemingly. They seem like skeletons.
Are they weeping angel skeletons?
Are they in the?
No, you didn't. I'll leave.
Are they in the doorway? Like,
They're in the doorway. They now block the way you came in.
can I try to push past them?
Don't touch them!
As you go to move them, they are very solid into the ground.
They're weeping angels! Oh my gosh! I want to go home. I'm never playing D&D again.
Samira's gonna try the bloodletting thing. She's gonna cut her hand open and then squeeze it over the bulb of the altar and see if something happens.
Take 1 damage.
Okay.
As your blood just dribbles onto the altar.
Nothing happens?
Just seemed kind of the mood of the room.
I
I
agree.
used that puzzle before.
Joan is
I'll
gonna...
use that puzzle later.
That's a level 2 puzzle. No, I've used it before.
Joan's gonna keep an eye on the skeletons.
Okay.
And she's gonna back up though. And she's gonna pull Haru back a little bit.
Okay.
Can you say those months out loud?
Yeah.
Read the no.
Habashur.
Joan.
Yeah. Korarum, Hariel, Hebishur, Borum, and Rember. You can also explain Korarum had 78 days, Hariel has 93 days, Hebishur has 93 days.
Are these months in order?
Yeah.
On the wall?
Yeah, in a ring.
How did they defeat the weeping angels?
So-
I can't even remember.
So where are we at?
They don't. You
Where-
don't defeat the weeping angels. They
Joan-
lose interest in you.
Joan, based on the calendar here that you've explained, where are we at? Like, looking around the room, point to where we would land.
Make a history check.
Eight.
8? Ooh. Might take you some math. I'll let you try again in a little bit if you need it.
I'll think about it.
Anyone like to do anything else? I just
feel like I have to
Aaron
wait
in
a
the
little bit.
chat redeeming knock on wood over and over
Yes.
again. What you guys doing?
I'm at a loss, y'all.
Is there any? So there's like the door that is just like solid, right?
Mm-hmm. And then above the door is the hexagon signet. And then above that, the lettering that goes all the way around, which is apparently an elvish calendar. And then there's the holes in the ceiling. And then there's the altar, which kind of goes up. And then there's a ring around it. And then it goes in a circle.
Can I walk over to the door and like reach up and see if I can move the hexagon thing at the top?
Oh.
Pretty tall. It's like at least 10 feet off the ground.
Can
I'm
Samira
7
get
foot.
on Haru's
I'm 7'7".
shoulders and do
I
it?
can reach.
And he's got a trunk.
You can
And I got it
100%
right.
reach.
I'll let you get it with your trunk. Sure, why not?
Okay, sure. Does it move?
It's carved into the wall.
Well, great.
What do the holes look like in the ceiling?
They're kind of scattered. It's hard to tell if there's any pattern. You just look up, you see like the stars shining through.
Can I
How
look
does
at
it
the
look like they were made?
Make a history check.
do the would Samira know enough about the night sky
It's for stonework.
9.
9. Hard to say.
Would Samira know enough about the night sky to know what season it would be in the constellation shape of the holes on the ceiling? Is that like a thing?
Make a history check.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pull in.
Goddamn.
You know the librarian avatar.
History. +3, nice. So that's a
I'm gonna have to
17.
hack it
17.
to open
Yeah,
up
like
something.
basic astrology. Orion's belt.
So what
Is that the
time
world?
what time of year would it be?
The time of year you would be familiar with like constellations and astrology. Where the ceiling is doesn't tell you much as it is.
Right, but like positions of stars in the sky can tell you if it's like winter
Yes,
or
but
summer.
you aren't getting enough information with what you can see.
So the holes in the ceiling aren't.
They're like in weird patterns.
So I don't recognize a constellation.
No.
Can Joe get her dagger out and a candle and kind of start shining a light into the holes into the ceiling? Like
It's too
reflecting?
far for that to affect at all.
Okay, so she can't like reflect. it.
No, not
Did
not
we
a flame.
investigate the ground yet?
Yeah.
Do these holes in the ceiling create light on the
Yeah.
ground?
The light shines in faintly from
and
the stars.
it's the same
No,
pattern.
you can just kind of see the dust in the air rising.
I think that we might have to wait until Orion.
Sorry. I thought
Gosh, damn it, Josh.
I thought I saw one of them move.
Are they closer to us?
Make a perception.
Oh no!
I legit like
chat,
want
that
to
was
turn
probably
around and make sure
Right.
nobody's behind me. This is terrifying.
Can I?
It's an 11.
Can't tell.
Are the holes all different sizes?
Yeah.
Is there one that's bigger than the others?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I take out a dagger and try to reflect one of the lights onto the
There's not enough
hexagon?
light to
Not
create a
enough light.
reflection in this room right
I
now.
just tried
Very
that one.
Indiana Jones, you know.
I know what you mean.
Can I take my horn of blasting and just screech it at the stone door? I'm just attacking the door.
Okay.
Cause
Your horn of blasting.
I'm done. Let's say I gotta see what
feel
it
like-
is.
That scene in New Girl.
All right, it's a
Nick
20%
Miller.
chance that I die right now. How do I figure that out?
I'm gonna push if I want to push.
What do I roll?
I think
Oh,
we
boy.
should make a TikTok
Okay.
with that.
I should.
Horn
I
of
like that
blasting.
idea. I hate doors.
And then I'm also assuming everyone stay out of the cone in front of me, so
Joe's gonna
everyone
keep
gets out of
looking
the
at
path
buttons.
between me and this door. And the door cannot succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So he just takes full damage.
As you
Does-
get like
does it
really
blow
flustered and you run to the door. The horn shatters, sending out an explosion. You all turn your heads and look at Samira being flung across the room. Your back and spine kind of like curve around the altar as you roll onto the floor.
Hold on.
I know
The
how much.
horn
I know how
shatters?
much it is.
Okay.
Yeah, the horn exploded.
I should have rolled for percentage.
Oh dear.
I would have succeeded. Gosh darn it.
Thank you for finishing that. I appreciate it.
Always.
You take 26 points of fire damage.
Oh, I'm still up.
It's also fire, so it's halved.
So the horn's gone though.
Yeah, horn exploded into a bunch of pieces on the ground.
All right. Well, now I'm gonna put both of my hands on the door and cast Burning Hands, because I really want this door to crumble.
Samira?
Yeah.
Look at the girl, and there's a skeleton grabbing her arm.
Wait, I'm watching them.
Something just exploded in the room. You all turn to look at Samira exploding. There are now skeletons filtering into the room, and one of them just has a hand just around the little girl. I'm scared.
Can I
Take my my mace doesn't do
can I
very
take
much
my
damage.
hammer and
Bludgeoning.
can I take my hammer and whack the skeleton's arm?
Yeah, that will do more
Sure.
damage than mine.
Just roll damage. You're able to hit this pretty easily.
Can I do my Burning Hands at the door? You guys watch the door.
Can Joe grab the little girl and like hold her close?
She kind of goes away from you and gets closer to Samira.
Aw, your dad.
Shh, okay.
That is 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yes.
easy enough. It's a withered skeleton arm. Thank you, mister.
Sorry about that. Can I call you Eve? Evelyn? Eve?
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Casting Burning Hands on the door.
Okay.
Because
I'm tired of this puzzle.
This is a solid door.
You know what? Never mind. I'm casting Firebolt, and I'm going to do it over and over and over again until this door gives out.
Every 6 seconds.
Every 6 seconds. Firebolt. And it's D8. Do I need to roll that? Probably.
Is her fire casting light around the room? in a
Why is
specific
that the
pattern?
wrong day?
Why didn't we ask you sooner? Yeah, what day are we on? Can you point that out to us?
That's not what day it is. Starts counting on her hands.
What's not what day it is?
She points, and you look on the wording. Above one of the words, there's like this small triangle insignia that's pointing to one of the days.
So we need to put it on today's date then.
As they're figuring that out, can
What I'm
Joan
guessing.
start bashing in some skeleton heads?
What? Like what?
I
Okay.
can make sound effects.
Sure.
I'm
No, I
at
didn't care.
I'm at 36 damage
Sounds
on
very
the door.
Haru of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep rolling.
Damn door.
So,
So done with this puzzle.
So Eve, what is
So scared.
what's the day?
8:45.
I know the month's not right. We're still in Hariel. That says Habisher.
Can
So
I move
she
it to
roll,
the
or-
Hariel?
What?
Can I move the thing to the Hariel?
It's at the very top of the room. It's like 20 feet high.
Do I see a way that can be moved in the room somehow?
Ooh, make a perception check, but it's got a high DC.
59 damage.
Okay.
Oh, luckily I got a 4.
You don't know.
Altar completely symmetrical, or is there like?
No, the altar goes up, and then there's a ring around the altar that goes up and around, and then there's the dome.
Can Joan
Can I try and-
twist?
There
As
it
you start to
is.
turn the ring, you see the entire ceiling. And as it does, the triangle that's pointing also starts to move through the dates.
Can Joan hit the skeletons in the
You've been doing it. I mean, they're daggers and they're skeletons. It's not doing a ton.
Will you put it on the right date?
Eight-
Or,
85 damage.
Do I know the right date now that I've been thinking about it?
Gosh, dang it.
I'm really angry at the door.
I hate doors!
I think you're more angry at the skeletons, honestly. But it's okay.
I am not with
so
the breathing
scared.
angels behind
I'm
us.
so scared.
Kevin hasn't taken his eyes off of the skeletons.
Mhm.
Just making sure they don't get any closer.
Everly,
I
will
will roll damage as long as you want, Josh.
Doing the math.
14,
She
26.
said it was on Habisher.
111 damage.
So somewhere over there.
That will keep rolling.
Neither do I guess.
Fireball.
Does Joan know the right date now that she's been thinking about it?
Yeah, I was trying to do the math too, because I wrote it down, but I forgot it, and it's not. I don't remember where it is. I'll say for the purpose of brevity. As you guys turn the ring together, you turn it to the current date for in the month of Hariel. So we're down the middle. Actually, I can just subtract. 93 minus 18. 3, 15. 90 minus 15.
75.
75. The 75th day of Hariel is the current date.
75th day of
136.
As it lands there,
in this creepy
there is a
forest.
there's a slight glow to the hexagon you see above the door. As one of the figures glows red, the other glows blue.
Figures? Skeletons?
The little blob figures that are
Oh,
chasing
I
each
see,
other,
I see,
one
I see.
turns red and one turns blue.
Nothing else happens?
No.
The door doesn't open?
Mm-mm.
Can I go back over to the hexagon thing?
There's just the symbol is now colored and shining.
157 damage.
Okay.
I won't get this door down.
It's a rock.
It's also resistant to fire damage.
I don't care. What other damage do I have? That's
You're
it.
getting really tired doing this over and over, by the way.
Still a cantrip.
Still costing you energy.
Still a rock.
Fine, fine.
Who's watching the skeletons right now?
Joan is.
Joan
Kevin hasn't
is.
stopped.
Kevin hasn't stopped. Okay, what are you guys doing? There's something with the symbol.
Okay. So now there's a blob.
Don't blink.
I guess we're just figuring out this
Make a
puzzle,
history
I mean.
check, Haru.
Thank you.
170 damage.
This actually be a pretty low DC for you.
Oh, that's...
Fire's my whole thing. It's really annoying.
It's a rock.
12.
I don't care.
12. You
Force
don't.
is always
You
an
don't.
Oh
option.
no, that's a 19. That's a 21.
21.
Sorry.
Great.
My bad.
Okay, so as you start to study
That's
this
better.
symbol,
Done great.
you think back to learning about the ancestors, how they watch you from the stars above. You realize this is a symbol for Gemini.
Nice.
Worst.
This is like a known symbol in astrology for Gemini.
I thought astrology didn't exist in
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, it does
Emmy's a
now.
Taurus.
Well, it's not for like horoscopes and stuff, but there's still patterns in the sky.
That is the symbol for Gemini, if my memory serves me correct.
Kevin audibly gags.
Sorry.
Are you? It's your brother, a Gemini. He sounds like a Gemini.
But so in the has the circles in the ceiling changed? Then?
Oh yes.
No, she's not.
So. So, is there light shining on the ground that I can see that's making certain symbols?
No.
She's a Scorpio.
Oh.
Sorry.
I guess I'm the only one doing your puzzle, Josh. This is.
That's okay. I didn't expect this to be such a hard puzzle. Welcome to level 8.
Okay.
So now Emmy continue
Fire
turning
damage,
this
it
thing
would
and see
still
if anything
be down.
changes.
You can, if you'd like. Starts the turn.
Nothing
Do you
changes.
stop it in like a day or something, or
Yeah, every day. Just keep.
every day?
Yeah.
Take a long time.
I know, but yeah. Do the holes change? Do
Yeah,
they
they
stop glowing?
move with the ceiling,
No, but
and
I
so
mean,
through the you look up at the holes, and like the holes aren't changing shape, but the shapes of the holes reveal like different stars in
they
the sky
so they can
each time,
they-
because the ceiling moves and you can see different stars in the sky as the ceiling moves.
So we need to change it to
so
Gemini.
they're
then.
highlighting. Okay.
We need to change it so the symbols match up, or so the circles in the ceiling match up with the Gemini symbol.
Are there any other turny things that we notice? No.
So the day that we were on, that showed the symbol of Gemini, but
It's still glowing, even though she's like moved it a couple. It's still glowing.
Because it's still in the Gemini mountain. So, let's try to make the holes in the ceiling match up with the stars that are currently there.
great idea.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I will look up at the stars, and Emmy, will you turn the thing so we can figure this
Okay.
out?
Are you trying to spot the Gemini constellation and
Yes.
the stars through the hole?
Yes.
As she starts turning, you eventually find it. You can see the constellation in one of the holes, like perfectly shaped to show this constellation. On the 93rd day of Harial, the final day in Harial. And as you do, and the light shines through, whoosh, the whole room like lights up, and the door slowly, with the scorch mark in the center, slowly opens to a staircase that goes down, covered in
Samira,
cobwebs.
She's gonna go through and like kick the side of the wall and then keep going. She's not very happy.
No, that's a very good idea to do in a temple or a crypt.
Well,
I don't care.
I'm
I've
nervous
got
to
creepy
go
skeletons
down.
behind me.
So behind us, the skeletons are not letting us through.
They're still there.
Joan's
Has
gonna
Joan
keep
killed
around,
any?
looking that way. She's gonna walk backwards, and she's gonna hold on to Kevin, like to help her walk down backwards.
Hell yeah.
Can I
Guide me, Kevin.
when everybody's through, can I shoot the altar with like the purpose of moving it?
To be clear, you're all going down the stairs right now?
Hold on to me, babe.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all
Hold on to me
watching.
right here.
So I went through first, and I turned, and I'm still watching the skeletons as people pass through.
Okay.
And then once the last person passes through, I want to shoot the altar so that the door will close.
No! Don't do that.
That's a terrible idea.
You want the skeletons to keep following us down the
are we gonna
pathway?
get
Don't do that, crazy lady. That's such a bad idea.
I think that's a terrible idea.
If don't
If I have to deal with weeping angel skeletons the rest of this time,
we'll die.
it's gonna be so
This is
pissed
the
off.
end of Maximus Ultor.
TPK.
We'll
I'll take
starve
the
and die in
lead
there.
down the stairs.
Okay.
Joan will keep an eye watching backwards, holding onto Kevin to make sure that nobody's following them and keep watch.
Kevin will also keep watch.
While
But-
holding Joe.
Okay.
But
So
disadvantage
you being the
because
last person
he's
through
really
the door,
distracted by the fact
what are you
that
doing?
Joan is holding him.
Go down the stairs.
I hate this.
Don't shoot the door closed.
Where would you rank this episode?
Well, I will listen to my party and not close the door, but as I go down this pathway, my crossbow is up and I am
That's
watching
fine.
behind me.
Okay.
Who's watching in front of us?
So you
I am.
guys descend down the staircase,
Probably
eventually
is.
down enough where the door is no longer in view. Further
Which means
down.
we're not looking at the skeletons.
No, you're not. I mean, you can still be looking behind you. Yeah. As you're looking, make a perception check.
No, I don't want to see them. Or don't do it, close the door.
I am also. I'm looking behind.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
This is the worst one.
Can I make a?
Well,
No.
that's a 17.
17. You kind of blink for a second, and you see at the top on the ceiling, just like the top of a skull.
I should have closed the freaking
No,
door.
you shouldn't have. I'd
And
rather
as you guys
kill
descend into the
skeletons.
chamber, the singing, weeping, melodic weeping gets louder and louder. Eventually, you come down to this room in the crypt. In the center, there's a tomb. And you see this glowing visage.
Nimrus.
This
Big staff
woman,
on the wall.
glowing blue skin, light blue skin, with her head in her hands, her hair just spread all over this tomb. Crypt? My brain. You die, you get put in these.
Coffins?
Sorry.
Coffin, yeah.
Coffin?
It's like the stone coffin in the center of the room, and she's weeping on it.
Does she look like Eve?
Her hair is covering her entire head and face.
Okay, but is she about the same size, frame?
No, she's like a grown woman.
Does she have a lot of hair?
Yeah.
Does she look like a queen?
Brown.
Her hair is like a dark blue.
So she doesn't look like a
Can
queen.
Joan slowly approach the figure,
Is
looking away from? Excuse me.
It kind of looks at you and you see like this frozen face and like you see like dark blue indents of tears going all the way out and the lips kind of like curling outwards and you see like the jagged rotten teeth.
Let me offer her the spear.
Are you okay, man?
My father's sword. And you look over and you see this statue on the far side, and it seems like there's like a knightly figure, and it's holding. There's like an open thing in its hands, and there's nothing there.
Are you looking for a
Enemy
sword?
walks over and puts the spear in the hands.
And the wailing grows even louder.
I think that was the wrong weapon.
What swords do you have, Kevin?
I just have my cutlass and the sword of the Admiral King. Shh.
What?
These two.
What is your name then?
Is that the Admiral King?
Unless it's
Is she
related to
blue
Demetrius,
because
probably
she's
not.
Blue, or she blue
She's definitely
because
undead.
She's like a ghost.
Super undead.
Oh.
Super undead. Spectral.
Would either of
Like
these swords work?
transparent?
Is not my father's sword.
Oh yeah.
Where?
That's
The masked man stole from me.
masked man stole it from
That's
me.
even creepier.
The masked man.
We'll get him.
Whose spear is this?
The star-faced light and darkness. It was horrible.
I'm gonna cry. I don't think I've ever liked a D&D session left in my whole life.
Remember that Halloween one shot we were gonna do for my birthday? Let's not do that.
I got chicken skin for a second there.
I like it because this is terrifying.
Leslie laughed during Poppy playtime. She thought the Uggy Wuggy was hilarious.
It was adorable.
Well, I was crying.
I do have
And
to
then he
check
was
over
like,
my shoulder every now and again. But other than that, I'm alright.
Then he popped up.
I'm
So Mira's still looking at the skeleton.
Not stop.
Gasp.
Ugh.
Where did you get that? And now, like, studying the spear.
I found it.
The masked man had that spear. It was in a tree. He had 6.
You had
Six
six
spears?
How do you
Kind
do
of like
that, Andy?
retreats from you.
spears, 6 fingers, 6 friends.
The 6-fingered man.
What did he look like?
She sobs back into herself.
Can
You know,
she,
if you dispel the skeletons that are coming for us, we will go look for the masked man.
Yeah, we can help you.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Find the sword and whatnot.
Guidance.
The count as
Guidance.
Is this the straight check?
Does it count as
Can Joan,
advantage because I
can
helped
Joan
you?
assist this by putting her
No.
hand? Dang. Can't hack the system. You have a card?
Yeah, it's a natural 1 though. It had to
It's
be an ace.
unless that's an ace, it's a critical fail.
Yeah.
There's
Can
only
Joan
one
put
way to find
a
out.
hand on her shoulder?
You already did it.
Fades through her and she floats to the other side of the room away from you,
Else say
continuing to
something.
cry.
What's your name?
I'm
Who
using
are
this for
you?
the weeping angel skeleton.
She doesn't respond.
Hello.
If you ensure our safety from your soldiers, we will help you find your father's sword.
I have no soldiers.
Who are the skeletons here?
Can I open the coffin?
Stop it!
Her head kind of turns like almost upside down.
You're that person in a horror movie
She
that
is.
just starts laughing.
Someone needs a chiropractor.
It's not like upside down. It's more like this much of a turn.
Like Haunting of Hill House.
Now you
that
see,
neck
you can
lady.
see like the indent of her spine, kind of like poking out of the skin.
Oh, gross. That's gross.
If you
So
have,
creepy.
if you call off the skeletons chasing us, we will find
I
your
don't know. She continues to scream.
Can I open the coffin?
No! That's the number one thing you don't do.
We've already gone in the crypt.
Don't do that.
It seems sealed, but it would
any-
take brute force to open
Are there
this.
any markings or labels or on it?
There's a plaque on the front, but it has the same misty
Same.
effect. Yeah.
Do you happen to know where this masked man is? By chance?
He can't have left the forest.
Are you the queen of the forest?
I think
Well,
that's
it's lovely
it.
to meet you, lady, queen of the forest, lady.
This is the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
I agree with you.
This sucks.
It's really the worst. I want to get out of here as fast as
So, the
possible.
masked
so
man
sucks,
stole the sword, which caused her to cry, which closed the forest.
Is there
This poor
another
girl got
way
stuck
out of this
inside.
room besides back up towards the skeletons?
No.
Alright.
Oh, dear.
It's pretty easy to break off one of their arms.
Can you help us at all in our journey to find this man and to find your father's sword?
What?
You said that to the
No! 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 No!
Can you help us at all in this journey to find
Can't speak anymore. You turn and look at Joan. There's a skeletal hand. And
I'm
you see a
not-
skeleton face poking up behind her, covering her mouth.
I'm not looking at
been
Joan. I was
watching
looking
the whole
at the skeletons.
Not since you entered this room, no one made it clear.
Yes, I did.
She did.
100%. 100%
You've
made
been
it
staring
clear.
at the entrance this whole
Yes!
time? You talked to the girl, you didn't look at the girl? You definitely looked at me when you were talking to me.
For 1 second, and they went down the whole stairs?
So can I look? Can
How
I
many
look at
skeletons
Joan?
are there?
You're considered grappled.
Can I break away?
Make an athletics check with
This would have been a
disadvantage.
great time
What?
for my
Can
horn
I go
of
behind
blasting.
Joan to the skeleton and just smash in his
Natural
head?
20.
Oh,
Nice.
You didn't have
5.
advantage.
Just kidding.
Oh.
Athletics?
Oh yeah, you had disadvantage, didn't you? You're grappled.
10.
10. Can't get out. There's another arm like going across your arms.
Kevin,
Yeah, I
punch
wanna
it in the
go-
Why
face.
me? Why?
I just want to go and attack the skeleton behind her.
Okay, hammer.
Hammer.
It's pretty easy for you to free from the just parts of it.
Can I get away?
How many skeletons are in the room? Just the one?
Just the one got to the room.
I'm
Are
still
there any
looking
in the
up the
stairs?
packet
Okay.
Up the
passage.
stairs?
So there's like a crap ton of skeletons on these steps, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also see them. They're also crawling on the ceiling and on the
How
walls.
how long is this? How big is this passageway?
Like
Top to bottom, circular. There was
8
like
wide, 8 high.
so like if a 15-foot cone of fire blasted up towards
Sure.
them
That'd
would
be
hit
super
them.
cool if we had like
I'm
a
gonna
cleric
do
or
that.
a paladin or something.
Level 1, man. Leave her alone. All she has is lay on hands.
So I'm gonna cast.
I can't do anything. I tried.
I'm gonna cast burning hands at them.
Okay.
It's 15-foot
I
cone.
sense undead.
3d6 of damage.
She's still weeping. She's still there before you. She hasn't like, freaked out or anything.
Do they make a dexterity saving throw?
No. Go for it.
That is 12 plus 3. 15 damage.
You cast the fire, and the skeleton's enveloped in it. As it fades, they just seem blackened in the same position.
Evelyn,
Fire resistance? Are you kidding me?
do you know the name of the Queen of the Forest?
No. Pretty sure it's her, though.
I know.
She's crying, and we can't get out. And when the queen cries, the forest gets locked out.
Um,
Are we gonna die?
I don't think. No.
I still haven't found my dog.
No.
We got to go find this masked man.
Your Majesty,
No. Chihuahua.
She's just sobbing.
is there any way you can assist us at all in our journey to help you find your father's sword?
To find the sword?
We'll find the sword
Make
for
a
you.
persuasion check.
Uh-oh. Share the class?
Yeah. I wonder where it's from.
I think I'll wait for her.
Persuasion? Woo! Jones scored too, 27.
27.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find it for me?
We'll find it for you, but we need your help.
She's still like silently crying. Okay. Bring it back, please.
Of course.
You hear through the halls, and you see them like quickly crawl backwards from where they came. As the
Guys,
hall becomes clear.
after this, I'm gonna be a really long vacation.
After this, I gotta show you guys some Doctor Who episodes.
What do you guys do?
We go
Follow
back
me?
up
Thank you.
the thingamabobber.
We'll be back soon.
Go find this idiot
She
who
just
took
starts
the
like
sword.
floating around, and singing the song.
Joan goes upstairs.
As you guys go back up to the main room, you see the line of skeletons completely making a path for you and bowing.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We're gonna go find the. Oh, hey, tracks.
That's right.
You see any tracks that this masked man could have made?
After you make
Any
it outside,
dude human-like tracks that aren't
Yeah, we
skeletons?
don't know his
make a perception check.
Oh, that's the worst.
guidance.
Was the statue
so
missing the sword? Was it pretty big or was it like
It was like
human size?
human size, yeah.
All right.
And she was, I mean, she's the queen, but she the goddess or?
15.
15.
I think we know.
I'm good at tracking stuff.
We might find
You don't
out,
see
though.
tracks. You see, as the spear flies off of your inventory, past Samira,
Follow it.
and begins slowly gliding.
Can Joan grab the horse, one of the horses, and start riding?
you go over to them. They're both shaking as you approach. They kind of reel back. Make an animal handling check as you try to calm the horse.
Oh, we
Slow
should make
enough
Kevin do
to
that.
slow enough to like walk.
It
with
goes very fast at first, and once it gets to the front of your group, it slows.
6.
That seems like I want to follow it.
Yep, we're gonna follow.
You are not really able to get the horses
That's
to calm
okay,
down
I'll
right now.
We're just gonna follow the creeping, floating horses on
The
horses.
spear?
Yep.
Spear on foot.
Hi, horses.
We'll see the horses
Kevin,
again.
try and call him
We have
out
to
really
come
quick.
back
Make
this
an
way
animal handling
anyway.
check.
I'll be the first horse we lost.
That's true.
Can I just make a note to kind of
Dragons.
keep in mind the direction we're going so I can find my way
Sentinel's
back?
still a long ways away.
That's
Dang it. We had to get trapped in this friggin' forest.
I've gone around.
Of all days.
What level is teleportation? Like 9?
Something like that.
That was a sincere nope.
What'd you get?
1.
We've had a lot of natural.
Have a really
ones
hard
this
time
season.
calming down these horses. Might be able to
I mean,
quit.
Let's just go.
I'm
Was
already
it- was
on.
an-
I'm
okay.
following the spear.
So let's keep going.
As you follow the spear, it leads you through the woods. There's something very strange about it. As when it gets too far ahead, it will slow or stop. You'll catch up, and then it'll keep going.
It's leading us. It's leading us.
It's a trap.
Well, we have to be trapped.
This whole situation has been creepy. Following a floating spear, I feel like, is nothing new for this whole.
It's better than the
forest.
skeletons.
I'm not scared of anything.
Uh-huh.
As you
Yep,
follow the
going.
spear, about 20 minutes, you come to another clearing in the woods. You start seeing these marble pillars knocked over onto the ground. Some of them still up, some of them a little broken. It's almost like a forest area of these pillars. See the sky above now again. And as you follow the spear, it flies off into the fog forward very fast. It disappears.
Follow it.
You'll have to run.
Yeah.
Run.
I'm gonna pick up the girl
On your back?
and piggyback, yeah.
Okay.
That's cute.
So you're
Slowly
starting to
run.
like kids?
I like this one.
I like you. I think I'll keep you.
I like
She
this
has a
one.
little bow.
You're my friend now. We're making soft tacos later.
Sounds like Zelda right now.
This is like the forest temple, but after the time skip.
As you run where the spear is, the fog, more and more like pillars showing up. There's like a lot of them in this strange area. And you see through the fog this silhouetted figure kneeling down to the side of something. And as you approach, the fog comes into view. And you see this little dog, little Chihuahua dog, being pet by this shrouded figure with a white hood and cape. You see just a pitch black mask, no eyes, nothing else on it, except for one blue star on it, right on the temple. And he's kneeling down, he's petting the dog. And he kind of turns open. You can see like the inside of the cape has like this rainbow splash of assorted colors. And he has white and red leather rags kind of alternating. Almost candy cane-like, but kind of splattered as well. Almost like blood, but it's in like the design. Almost like his entire body is like bandaged.
Joan also has her mask on.
And as he turns and looks at you guys, you see also on his back 6 spears that kind of go around in like a circle, like 2, 2, 2.
Cool.
And he stands up. You hear the little girl, Hila! And the dog's like, "Woof!" Little Chihuahua runs over to the dog.
Yeep.
And she picks it up and hides behind you, Samira. And as he turns to look at you, you see that
Chihuahua.
half of his face is the black with the star, and the other half is just pale white. And he has this, his white hood kind of comes forward and down. There's like this gold trimming on it.
Oh, it's like really a face.
It's definitely a mask. But there's also no eyes to be seen through it.
Excuse me, sir. I need to stop talking to these guys. I believe that you might have something that's keeping us trapped in this wood. We're trying to help. Do you have a name?
He walks forward. You now see his comically large yellow boots that kind of come up to his knees.
He's got such good guy-like clothes, like the rainbow white coat.
Has his
Does he
spear
have a
gotten back to
sword?
him?
Yeah, he has now just a perfect circle of spears.
Okay.
You might have seen it fly to his back, maybe. He just takes like one step forward, and then stops. And another step forward, and stops. Maximus Ultor.
Oh no!
What?
So you heard of us?
I see our name, adventures, procedures, with our reputation.
That was
That could be a really bad thing.
cool spears.
I have seen you.
On the bounty posters. I say that in my earpiece, not out loud.
Not on the bounty posters.
Nimrus could do that.
So then, where have you seen us?
The whole
How do you know? You know me?
I have seen many things. A Rufante of the Choval jungle.
My man.
Allow me to introduce myself. He takes a solid, like, spinny bow.
Give me some serious Mord vibes right now.
And he looks up.
Ronald.
You may call me Zazor.
Zachary, you got it.
Do I recognize the name?
He kind of like does a little bounce. He has this very interesting
Puppet-like?
float to him. Almost puppet-like in his movements, just because they're so sharp. They're very showy.
So, Zazar, is there a reason you decided to steal the one thing that traps us all in this enchanted forest?
Oh, yes.
Do you feel like sharing?
Show and
Is
tell,
it
maybe?
to trap us in
He
this
pulls out this pitch black sword. Except for on the hilt of it, you see the Gemini symbol. Red and blue on both sides. And then just in the center of the sword, there's like this crystal blue, and on the other side, a crystal red. He spins it around.
Oh, that's nice.
I have foreseen many things. I foresaw myself getting the Gemini blade in order to trap those who carry the keystones in the forest when they came to pass. Kind of waves it through the air.
Well, this sucks.
The eyes. The eyes show only lies. You kind of see at this point, he's not quite looking at the sword, he's just looking like around it. I see in a very different way, Samira.
We have only good intention.
Kind of approaches you. His walk is kind of very bouncy like this. His knees bend a lot with every step.
Good.
He's just full on approaching you.
Yeah, like, stop, please. Hold it. Hold up.
He's still approaching.
Point my crossbow. Please, please stop. You're creeping me out.
If you fire, you'll miss.
Can I cast Toll the Dead?
Sure.
Do I sense undead?
Wisdom
Do you
saving
shoot?
throw.
He's coming right up to you. He's like 10 feet away now.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. What's the DC?
12.
Doesn't matter. He saved. Natural 19.
I'm
He comes up. He's now right next to you. You didn't fire.
bad at making decisions. What?
I see your past.
Really? Could you tell me about it?
I think it's funnier not to.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Oh, I don't
So you want to leave this place?
It'd be nice.
You'll need this to quell the queen's sorrows.
It's true.
A trade? I do love trades.
If what you're asking for is what I think you're asking for, it's probably a no.
Some money or like some
We have a
rum?
lot of money.
You
Or
could
like
join
Power
us.
stick
together.
of dynamite, a
Yeah,
violin singer,
Maximus Ultor plus one creepy dude.
a
I
Baruch.
require the keystone of envy.
How
That's
about a
not
Baruch
happen.
Kachu friendship card with
Like-
4 hole punches? I have 4 hole punches. 6 more and you get a special prize.
It's better we haven't visited him.
Listen, even if I wanted to, I don't think I could give it to you. Cause like
Oh, you could give it to
voodoo.
me. And we could have a lovely trade. And we could be so cordial.
You know,
You see the spears on his back all begin to float independently around him.
Why do you want it?
That's so
There are
convenient
just-
that
there's
there's
some
6
people-
Power,
of
money,
them.
fame, knowledge,
I get out my hammer and my
strength
shield.
of the spirit,
What do you want? What is your goal?
the envy keystone.
why envy?
Seem pretty envious as it is.
You got a point.
Is he envious?
I don't know. It sounds like it.
Sounds like you don't need it. You don't need the keystone. You're pretty envious.
A solid no.
We're not talking our way out of this, are we?
No,
Yeah, listen,
This
Zach.
is the part where we fight.
Zach, I know this is probably not gonna end super well. So how about this?
Shh. A spear comes right up to your throat,
So
and
convenient.
one spear each points at all of you.
I was gonna say that's so convenient. There's 6 of us and 6 beers.
That's true. The sixth spear, I guess, will go to the little kid.
Oh no!
He seems like the guy that has no remorse, killing people.
Hey, Zach, if I continue talking,
10, 9, 8,
can I cast
7. Plays with the sword. 6, 5.
lightning lord?
John turns into a butterfly.
3,
I knock the shield.
2.
I use the shield to knock it away.
1. You see his vision slightly begin to grow, just a little bit to be imposing. You see this dark shadow emanate from him, leaning all the way onto the spears. And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
Oh, snipes. Dang
That
it.
is the creepiest session I think I have ever played.
F that session. F it.
I like that. I like horror elements.
I haven't really put any horror elements in since, like, I mean, other than like the gore from Demetrius, but I think the last kind of spook thing was the spider cave, and spiders are like C tier
I
horror.
think the last
most of the time.
really scary thing was the Tower of Azanon. That was like
Really?
no, or the dancing ballroom was freaky. That was freaky.
Oh, with Xerox?
No,
That was like that was in Mord's Mansion, wasn't it?
yeah, he had like a group of dancing goats.
You okay?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. That is the end of our show. Let's give some a little host.
Just a little hope.
Yeah, a little host action. Appreciate you guys watching this session, episode 9, the first episode of ARC. Hope you guys had fun and are excited to see where this story goes as Maximus Ultor continues to journey on to Sentinel.
Should have just shot him.
Thank
before
you
he
for
got the
watching.
spears out.
That's kind of what I wanted to
Is
do.
anyone else
have-
playing D&D?
Nightmares.
What?
What?
I'm seeing if anybody else is playing D&D right now.
Oh, the raid.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I don't even know how to check on my phone because I always do this on my computer. You guys have fun?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah,
Well-
that's scary.
A little bit different.
I like
Are
scary
mics still on?
things.
No, that was good.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Yeah, we're still.
I haven't,
That
I
was
haven't
good
posted anything
scary.
yet.
Oh, I took
Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to catch up on the story so far, our first arc is all on YouTube. You can also catch highlight videos. They're going to be going up every once in a while as soon as I have time to do them.
We also have a TikTok.
You also have a TikTok. Watch it.
TikTok.
It's funny.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Tickety
The whole
tock
thing.
on the clock. Till we
Here,
see
Captain
sunlight.
Robert.
Ian,
That sounds
shout
cool.
out to Ian. I miss Ian. I've missed Ian for the past few weeks. I've thought about you, Ian. I really have.
Are we rating?
Yeah, we're gonna raid Captain
In the
Robert.
chat.
Go in there, drop a Downstage Dungeons raid. I don't know.
If I join the
Put some
Twitch,
What's
I
Easy
know.
lores if you have them in the chat, and
Or
Appreciate you guys watching. Tune in next time, same place.
It's so
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So.
I can stay right here and just hold this down.
See you.